viewers to this adventure called A Monster Hit, featuring everyone's favorite halfling band of bards, Second Breakfast Club. I am Keith Amon, your dungeon master for today, and we are holding this game to benefit Extra Life Day and the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So far, we have raised $1,760, more than halfway to our goal for the day of 3K. We unlocked at $1,000 our giveaway of 5 copies of Aaron M. Evans' new upcoming book, Relics of Ruin. And we've got more milestones to unlock at 2,000 and 3,000. Check those out in the cast. Let's introduce our players and their player characters, beginning with Beck.
Hello, everyone. I'm Beck Godsey over on Twitter, and everywhere else it's Caustic Phoenix because I'm inconsistent with my branding. I'm so excited today. Even though I'm loud right now, I will be later playing the quiet one.
Hi, I'm Stephen
Steven.
Molina. Hi, I'm Stephen Molina. You see me here on Dungeon Scrawlers on Wednesday night where I play Sturge. Today I'm playing Dovey, who is a cute one.
Hello, and I am Roz or Ruzilla online. I'm over here from Questkeep, and I am playing Pocket, the noisy one.
I think it's me. I've lost
Mhm.
count. Yes, hi,
Lauren?
I'm Lauren Urban. I'm the content manager at Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. You can find me playing all sorts of characters all over, mostly playing on Children of Verity on Tuesdays. But today I am playing Bunyalolt, the complicated one.
And hi, I'm Garwar, or Gar for short, in all the places. You can find me here on Twitch, usually all the time, also on Reddit, and over on the CNE Games channel, playing some Idle Champions. Today I am playing Button, the smart one.
And you may know me from such books as The Monsters Know What They're Doing and How to Defend Your Lair. I am on Mastodon at Keith Amon at Dice Camp and on Blue Sky as themonstersknow.com. And with that, the camera shows our band riding in a wagon toward their next gig in the elven capital city of Herosto. They're going there for the Elaire Festival, the beginning of summer, where there is being held a battle of the bands. Second Breakfast Club, you have played a lot of small and medium cities and have always been just on the edge of breaking into fame, but you are counting on the exposure you're going to get from this Battle of the Bands in a major city to spread word of your band and your brand far and wide. It is a beautiful day right at the beginning of summer, and you are traveling through the Calcire River Valley. It's surrounded by red pines, oaks, maples, birches, alders, and camellia trees. The road is taking you to the island at the center of the city, Tolyanda, which is connected to the rest of the city by splendid wooden truss bridges. And as you cross the easternmost one that leads you on this road onto the island, the view is dominated by a 50-foot tall octagonal tower with tall, narrow, arched windows overlooking the river. Each corner of the tower is topped by a separate spire with a finial representing one of the 8 schools of magic. Traveling farther into the center of the city on the island of Tolyanda, you see that many other bands have already arrived ahead of you and have set up alongside of the road to busk for other travelers arriving for the festival. Your destination is the Sendase Calcire, the Shining River Inn, which is right facing out onto a large park where most of the festival is going to take place, and in particular where the musical performance is going to take place. Your wagon pulls up outside the inn, and this is a very temperate climate that you are in, and the architecture reflects that. Many of these buildings are open to the outside. They have large open pavilions, patios. This particular inn is large, and the common room is just a big open patio with a number of tables, a number of columns, and you see the bar where the innkeeper is. Your manager Ruben has already forwarded the cost of staying at the inn, as well as the registration for the competition. So at this point, all you have to do is check in, although the trip has left you a little bit strapped for cash.
This is it, though. This is it. I can tell. I can tell this is the one.
Let me guess.
Anybody
you can
else?
tell because of all the other bards that are here.
Oh, I mean, this is our chance. This is where it's going to happen. I can tell. I got a good feeling.
Anybody else wonder why our manager still doesn't trust us with money? Am I the only one wondering that?
I'm glad he
Also-
doesn't trust me. I'd lose it.
Also,
That's fair.
why we must continue to play for exposure.
Yeah.
I would like to eat sometime. That would be really great.
We got a lot of exposure last time we were in Icewind Dale. It was a little too much, I think.
That's all I
We
care
can't eat
about.
exposure.
I'm
Mhm.
still dealing with the ice burns from the winds there.
Well, I think we should definitely check in, get ourselves our rooms, get ourselves some food, get ourselves a little bit of a rest. There's only so long that you can spend in a cart and still have your dancing legs. And I'm gonna walk over to the bar and give a wave to the innkeep.
Okay, the innkeeper, like most of the people in this city, is an elf, a high elf, and he's sitting there motionless, staring off into space.
Can I see what they're looking at? Can I follow their eyeline? And
It appears unfocused. He doesn't appear to be looking at anything.
I'm still going to follow their eyeline as best as possible and just stare off into that middle distance.
And you'll just hear I cast message. I'm way far back with the rest of the team, and I cast message on it. Ask him what's for dinner. Ask him about drinks. What are the rates? What food related questions all need to be solved.
Do they have ranch?
Yeah, ask about ranch. Are you asking them about ranch?
I'm starting to ask them about ranch. Absolutely.
Asking about ranch.
Hello. I'll knock. The bar is wood.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give a look on the bar. Hello.
I'm very, very sorry there. I just zoned out for a moment. What can I do for you?
Well, we are here to check in. I believe Ruben already sent along the payment for our rooms and have been told to ask about ranch.
Ranch.
Food, lots of food.
Oh,
My
yes.
fellows are hungry.
We will definitely be serving food here. What is the name of your group?
We're
Second
Lauren has
Breakfast
forgot-
Club.
Yeah, is it
Second.
okay?
second Breakfast Club.
The
He
second-
goes down under the bar and starts consulting a logbook. And you see him see his eyes scanning down.
Yeah,
the
while
list,
he's
and then
scanning
just
down, I'm kind of
unfocusing again.
on my stool, just kind of leaning over the bar, and as he scans through the list, I'd like to also scan through the list and see, are there any band names or people that I know?
There are no band names that you recognize, although there are some names that stand out to you clearly as band names. They're not ones you recognize, but you know, they're not the names of individuals. But he has zoned out again while scanning the list.
Oh, Shelley
Any,
found herself a new band, I see.
who?
I
What?
like
Who?
climb up a stool and just kind of look around and hop on the bar. And I'm like looking around, like, is there something going on back here? Because he's not behaving the way we're used to people behaving.
There's no one else behind the bar right now. There's like a tall chair seated farther back behind him, but no one's in it. It appears to be just him right now.
Well, Button, I had assumed that he was either tired or distracted. Maybe most of the people in this town are also aspiring bards. You know, everybody's trying to write a novel. If you would like to try to get his attention, I've already tried.
So I just lean out and I just like knock on his head. Anybody home?
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Did I trance out again? It's just
Yeah.
it's this festival. It's so exhausting and I've had so much to do. Please
realize this was a
forgive me
trance
for
festival.
I'm sorry. You said your name. You said you were Second Breakfast Club. Let me see. Yes, I do have you here. You are paid up for 2 nights. And he fishes out a key from beneath the bar and hands it to you. And he says, room 4 upstairs.
Just
It's
one room?
it's one.
Yes, one large room. That's what was reserved for you.
Yeah,
Well,
you
that'll be
really got to
fun.
talk to
We'll
our
be all
manager.
together.
Does it
Mhm,
at least
mhm.
have 5 rollaway bunks, or are we sleeping on the floor of a room?
It has 2 large, comfortable beds.
It's
I'm just in the
And I
background.
like
Fireplace, basin, you know, all the amenities.
I just hop down off the bar and I'm like sleeping in my bedroll again every time. Seriously, need a new manager. And just start
We
heading
will
out towards room 4.
V will
Okay.
pull on the sleeve of pocket. Can you make sure that I get a pillow this time?
Yep, we can make sure. I'm sure that this good person knows what we could maybe like. I collected a ton of leaves on the way here. There's all these pretty trees. So I mean, if we don't even find an extra pillow in there, we'll just wrap up like someone's socks and we'll just shove it full of leaves, and then you can be like,
I love how you're
Yeah.
so positive.
We could definitely try that.
leaf
But
pillow.
first, let's see if there are pillows.
Well, there's 2 beds. I would assume there's at least 2 pillows. But you're right. Let's go check out this room before we decide what extra amenities we're going to
And
be ordering.
you hear as I'm walking away here, you know what they say about assuming, and just heading back trying to find where the rooms are.
Yes,
So the guy
let's
didn't point us in any
rooms-
direction. I was like,
The rooms are up the stairs, and the stairs are very wide and very elegant. They kind of sweep up in a curve at the back of the common room patio to the upper balcony and then to a hallway. And the architecture of this place is very impressive. Actually, there's a lot of there's crown molding with a repeating fish motif carved into it. Lots of knotwork, and the stairway is. You could really make an appearance coming down this stairway. It really kind of expresses the stairway as a stage concept.
Is there like a banister
Actually pretty cool.
upstairs?
Yeah, there's a banister on either
Oh.
side, and
Is it like
yeah,
really
any, like
slippery?
somebody coming down from upstairs everyone would see them coming down, who was seated in the common room. So very, very nice. And you get to your room, and it is actually comfortable, very well appointed. The two beds are large and soft, sized for big folk. Each bed has two pillows, and there's a large bath in the room. There's basin and pitcher of clean water. There are towels. Nice armoire. It's a nice place. You are all sharing the room, but it's a nice room.
Hey, everybody, look, it's got a swimming pool.
Hmm.
Wow.
Or at least a jacuzzi.
That makes up for not having a bed. I'm cool with that.
Well, are you planning on sleeping in there?
I'd sleep in
It's not
there.
like that.
I mean, it depends on how the night goes.
Button, does that mean that you are volunteering to take the first floor if you get a chance to swim in the pool?
Oh, I mean, I was going to take the floor anyway.
Oh, you're such a dear. And I'm immediately going to go over to one of the beds and just kind of enjoy a little. How's the bounce?
It's got some good
Mm.
bounce. Got some decent bounce.
What's the
It's not super springy, but you kind of sink into it in a very comfortable way.
What's the situation with our gear? Do we know what Ruben would have sent our stuff along, or do we have that all with us from the cart?
That would have been in the wagon with you. So if you wanna cart that stuff upstairs.
I mean, I had my loot strapped on my back, but my other instruments are probably in the wagon. We got to go pick those up. But
I never let anyone touch my instruments. No, they're always with me at all times.
Mm-hmm. They're precious. They're like
I
an extension of you.
I don't.
A third arm.
I'm not helping you carry that thing up the stairs again. It can stay downstairs.
No. Listen, I've devised a new way of taking care of all three of my instruments, and you'll see as I pull out what looks like just like a stack of like really hardcore cardstock and just start folding it out like origami until I've got the cymbalum sitting there and
Mhm.
pull out two mallets and just start jamming.
Okay, where are you doing this? In the common room or?
No, right in the room. I carried everything up to the
Oh,
room.
in
I'm
your
sitting
room,
on the bed.
in your room. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the bed jamming, any
Okay.
chance I get to pull those out and play. What's the
All right.
acoustics like in the bed in the in room?
It's like you would it's not performance acoustics. It's moderately echoey.
Hmm.
Food?
Getting some reverb off the walls is not
Mhm.
not good.
Yeah.
Toby gets out his tambourine and starts going along, starts improvising a little bit. Only
Little
two
jam.
beds with my friends. Only two beds, but it's okay. We like each other, we'll get by. Only two beds with my friends. Gonna keep going like that. Just kind of
It's a
just
good
loves
thing. It's a good thing that you composed that song all those months ago. We've had to use it quite a few times.
it.
It's a jam, though.
It is. One of these days, we're gonna just have to premiere it on stage. I'm just afraid that when we do, that Ruben is going to think that it's a request instead of a response.
But speaking of jam, food.
That's the danger of making songs about these situations, folks. That's why I said we really needed to focus on writing about staying in mansions and eating feasts.
Could we write about food too? Because I'm really hungry. And then maybe the fans will throw food on the stage. Sorry.
And maybe it won't be
That's
rotten
usually a
this time.
bad sign. It's
Oh.
usually a bad sign when they throw food.
But then
Only
we
if
get
they-
to eat.
Only if they throw
Yeah.
food at us. If they throw food to us. And if it's wrapped, you never want to eat
Like an-
something that's just thrown. If it's already like pre-wrapped, they've done the thing with no homemade goods. You never want to eat homemade goods from just someone who's thrown it at you, especially fans. You want something, pre-wrapped.
I'm not
Mm.
picky. I ate a hot dog off the ground once.
We remember.
Yeah. Actually,
let's go get some
last time
food
you made
down
me
in the
throw it
common
up.
room.
It was probably smart.
All right, so going back down into the common room, it does take some effort once again to get the innkeeper's attention. He's exhausted and he keeps involuntarily trancing out, as elves do.
Maybe
But
it's 'cause
he
we can't make eye contact. Does somebody want to get on my shoulders?
I've never wanted anything more.
V will kind of crouch down, making it easy for you to climb up so we can double stack.
It's good.
Okay.
It took all my willpower to not slide down the banister on our way back down. So this is appeasing me. So as I'm up there, I'm just gonna, as we pass by the barkeep, what's your name?
My name is Sirata.
Dorada. Awesome. Do you want to join us for food and take a break? Cause like, can someone else take charge here for a little bit? Come have some.
Oh no,
grub?
no. I'm sorry. I have to mind the business while my father's away. Yeah, he owns the place, but I'm responsible for overseeing it right now. But I'll get some food right out to you. Don't worry. I'll get right on that.
Before Serrata walks away, I'm gonna give him a gentle pat. Well, the halfling elf, I'm gonna give him a gentle pat on the arm and say, "You're doing your best, dear. Don't worry about it." And I'm gonna give him guidance so that he doesn't drop the food on the way back out.
Okay. Okay. You got it.
I'll just like sort of like click my heels on the side of V. And that way.
Yeah! And she will happily make very, very Monty Python, like the coconut clapping sounds as we go.
All right. You find yourselves a nice sized round table. Sit down, and he does bring out food after a while. It is 5 silver pieces apiece.
Can we put this on the tab?
5. We don't have 5, do we? For each?
Thought this was
think we-
covered by Ruben as part of
I
the.
think it's. Don't we have a tab? Don't we have an open?
I hope. They didn't even give us ranch.
Oh, you can settle up when you check out. But only the room is paid for, sir.
We'll settle up when we leave.
We're gonna
He nods
we
his
know-
shirt
we're gonna have
with
to
the
go
shirt.
earn some money.
Yeah,
Right. I mean,
is Ruben planning on showing up at any point? Do we know?
Oh no, he
Ruben
doesn't
never
tour with
show
you.
up.
Hmm.
Classic Ruben.
Mm.
No, he just takes your money and makes sure that it ends up where it's supposed to go, which, to be fair, he has actually never failed you in doing that. When you show up to places, the things he said he would pay for are paid for. But it is your money, and he doesn't come along.
Hmm. Now I understand why there's so many fellow bards busking on the side of the road.
Plus leaves.
Let's just enjoy it while we can.
Yep, I'm just
The
shoveling food in.
the food is very good, very very sophisticated in its flavorings, and you are eating well. When another group arrive to check in, they are all women, 2 human women, a half elf, and another halfling. And you hear them introduce themselves to Sirata as Feywild.
Oh, I see what they did there.
What did they do?
It's a name like they have a name. It's a funny name.
And V just gives you like a very blank look. Her eyes will open. Clearly, it's not connecting. Right? Those 2 brain cells, they're not talking to each other.
Are we familiar with any of the members of this group or not?
You have not heard of this group, no?
Well, Dovey wants to pop onto his feet and trot on over and give him a little advice on how to get the innkeep's attention. You kind of have to knock him on the forehead.
Oh
Hi,
well,
I'm
they
Dovey.
they actually lucked out and caught him while he was awake, having just served you your food. So they're not having the same issues getting his attention.
Okay. Can Dovey figure out who the front person is for this group just by looking at him?
As soon as they get their key from Sirata and turn around to take their bags up to their room, you immediately know. There is the half-elf member of the band has this thick, flowing, dark hair, and is rather conspicuously underdressed relative to the other three, and just has this very kind of performative manner about her. The others are much more matter of fact, and
Dovey looks down at his clothing and kind of wonders for a second and undoes the top buttons of his shirt and then he says, "Hi, I'm Dovey. They call me Cute Spice. We're from
the halfling of the group laughs at that.
we're
The
with
others kind of roll their eyes a little.
we're with Second Breakfast. Those are my mates over there. And come and join us if you like. We're all here to have fun."
And the halfling's like, yeah, I'd like that. Thank you. Let us just get settled in.
Great. What's your name?
I'm Lily.
Lily. As beautiful as your name. Well, I'm Dovey, and I'll be right over there, waiting.
Okay. And she's kind of blushing as the group go upstairs.
When they are asked to join us, obviously the halfling is super excited. Can I tell the half elf, the one who seems to be the leader, what's their reaction to being invited over to our table?
None whatsoever. No reaction at all. It's like she didn't even hear the invitation. The two humans, one of them is has brown skin, kind of short hair, and the other one has longer hair and looks a little bit older than the rest, little more mature. And they just kind of exchanged a glance with each other, and they're like, all right. And
So
they go up the stairs.
when you say that the leader just no reaction, can I tell, is this that they honestly didn't hear this exchange, or is this they're being haughty on purpose? I mean,
Make an
we've been
insight check.
we've been around a lot of bards. We know how this game is played.
Inside check for
I
attitude.
put on deodorant. Do they not want to sit with us still?
They got a 14.
I don't know. Just make sure to eat all the food before they get here.
It is totally a shtick. It's just like she's being off in her own world, and this is clearly what she does, and
I
Before
can respect that.
before Dovey gets back, I'll just nudge V and be like, "I'll bet you the pillow that he gets back and he tells us he's in love again already."
Oh, you're right.
Nice
I'm in
pillow.
love. Oh my God, I'm in love. Did you see her? Did you see her? Lily.
Pocket, I think that was a new world record speed. Very good.
Mm,
Is
this
he
is
gonna
gonna
be
be
okay?
great. I knew it was gonna be great. Oh, well, this makes me hungry and thirsty. Is everyone
We will
here as
pour
excited as I am?
your glass up full for you.
Mm, knocks it back, pulls up an empty seat to sit right next to him so that there's a spot for Lily when she shows up.
I already finished all my food. Like I downed it because I'm like, I'm not sharing anything I paid for. That was my 5 silver that I haven't paid yet. And I've got a little notebook out, and if anybody looks at, I'm trying to come up with some kind of way, because I like that whole 2 halfling stack. I'm like, if we could fit 3 of us and maybe like in a trench coat, and I'm trying to figure that out in my notebook.
But we can't afford a trench coat.
Not
Mm,
yet.
Then we could get a cool one with like at least 5 buttons on it.
And several pockets. Absolutely pockets.
Oh, that would
But
be
then-
really great.
But then, who's going to be on the bottom and what kind of pants are they going to wear? That's what I need to know.
I would like new pants. I will be the bottom.
I think that's fair. New pants for you, new trench coat for us, and pockets.
Then I don't have to talk to anyone after that because I'll be the butt.
Well, you could just pop out when you're ready to, say something important. You just go peekaboo. I'm news. It
V,
smells weird.
V, are you working on a new comedy set that I didn't know about? That was very good.
I just am very exhausted, and making eye contact with people takes a lot of effort for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mhm.
Well, we'll be more than happy to let you be the butt.
Thank you. It will
While
be-
you are while you're chatting about this, Feywild do come back down and they do sit with you. They pull up some chairs to the table and make room around you.
V will actually pull
Lily,
her
right
chair
here.
out a little bit so she's not in the circle as much.
Okay.
He's shy. He's shy.
You guys can here. Dovey wants to save a seat for Lily. That one can be hers.
That's great. That's fine.
So
Did you
the
get enough to eat?
sorry,
Go
the older looking one says, "So are you all here for the Elire Festival?
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Absolutely.
You're in the competition?"
Sure.
Frankly,
Gotta
I
make-
think anyone here in this town right now who isn't working at some kind of service industry is probably in the competition.
There are a lot of people here.
Mm.
Yeah.
We're one of them.
Well, 5.
Are you in the competition as well?
We are, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're Feywild,
Yeah.
from the Moonshays.
Oh, wow. What kind of music do you play? What's your genre?
All 4 of them simultaneously say eclectic.
The best kind of genre. Always be mixing it up. Never let them know what they're going to get with the next song. Sometimes change up in the middle of a song.
We do mostly poppy folk rock.
Yes,
So,
mostly poppy folk rock, and I haven't been able to convince them to do anything else for a while.
Vanya, your
Oh,
comment actually got you a respectful glance from the half elf, a respectful nod
Mm.
in response to that.
It's gonna take off. You'll see. You'll see. I've got a new song. I've been trying to rhyme with Lily. Silly, no. Chili, no. Philly?
Billy.
Lily?
There you go.
Lily blushes and seems a little bit embarrassed, but
I'm just teasing.
smiling,
I'm just teasing. I'm not-
embarrassed.
No. Billy. Billy.
Really?
Billy.
Billy go.
Really pretty.
Just fine.
Really. Chili, killy. No, gosh. It's hard, but I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna crack this code. By the end of the night, you'll see. You'll see.
Well,
The
as,
chorus.
while Dovey is working on getting rhymes for one of your handmaids, and I'll look at the half elf and the 2 humans. What are your names? Mine is Bonley Alot.
The older one says, "I'm Kavris." She gestures to the half elf. "This is Aniriel and Kadira.
Davros?
And who
What
are
did you say?
you? Kavris."
Ah,
I'm
That's
gonna
hard to
jump up on
do.
my
Adobe, yeah.
chair. I'll jump up on my chair and I'll just be like, Bucket! Are you ready to rock?
I love that your mic couldn't even contain your energy on that one. We cannot
I-
handle her greatness.
I imagine we're used to this, and one of us just automatically like grabs the back of the chair so it doesn't fall over when you
Yeah.
do this. It's just like
Mhm.
not even looking, just like yeah,
So you are having some friendly chat with Feywild, and you suddenly hear a beautiful tenor voice from up the stairs, and then a couple of other voices join in very tight harmony, and you see another group coming down the stairs, and they are using the staircase as a stage. 5 men. The one whose voice you heard first, he is also a halfling, and there are 5 of them all together, and they're doing kind of an a cappella thing coming down the stairs, and their harmony singing is very tight and
Mm.
and not simplistic either. You know, they're doing some major seventh stuff here, and there is an extremely handsome half elf, a a tiefling, a dark-skinned human, and somebody you have never seen before. He's like half a head taller than all the rest. His skin is blue. He's completely bald, does not appear to have ears. You have never seen anyone like him before. And he's kind of bringing up the rear with the 5 of them, singing along. I mean, not having ears does not seem to impede his pitch at all. And
Is-
they
Is that
are
an angel?
they're doing a kind of a synchronized moves coming down the stairs and doing their harmony singing, and you are thinking that if these people are in the competition, they may be tough to beat.
I'm gonna lean over to Button quietly and say, "Well, I respect the harmony in Mixolydian. That's definitely difficult, but a little ostentatious to do it right here on the stairway."
Yeah, it's like they
Also,
think this is the show. Like this isn't the show.
Well, there are some of those bards who they think everything is a show all the time, at all points in time.
And they get to
And
the
then they're not
bottom
even
of the
doing a remix.
stairs. They get to the bottom of the stairs and they fan out a little bit and start like doing some of their dance moves as they're singing. And other people in the common room of the inn, you know, they have the crowd's full attention. Everyone is seeing, and you see just very mild looks of concern crossing the faces of the members of Feywild. Even Aniriel, who was like playing so above it all, is looking a little bit like,
Can I?
come on, you guys. They're good. They're good. Thank you. Well done. They probably only know one song. It's okay.
Yeah, very
Yes.
good. Absolutely. Can I scan the rest of the crowd? Is Feywild and us and this boy band, are we the only bards in here, or can I like pick out other bard groups?
at the moment it seems so.
Okay.
There are the rest of the crowd here mostly seem to be locals, mostly elves. There are just a couple of other people who they're clearly from somewhere else, but they're also clearly not performers. And yeah, and as soon as they like wrap up their first song and they get a round of applause from the crowd, they immediately launch into a second song.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Toby, they know 2 songs.
Oh, that's probably all they know.
Right.
Listen, they might know 2 billion songs. Let them tire themselves out here before the performance. How gauche.
But it is a really cool stage that they're on.
Those are
Absolutely, but to,
stairs.
Toby takes out his musical notebook and starts scribbling down some notes. He got a really cool idea from one of their songs, just a little thing that they did with that thing. Yeah, just writing it down.
Button, I believe stairs are really just tiny little stages stacked together.
That's a good way of thinking about it. I'd never thought of it that way.
And they did listen, all snark aside, they are very good. Absolutely. They took advantage of the stairs. It's just, what, do they think they're going to intimidate us the day before? Or maybe they're just playing to the crowd. I don't know. Either way, I think it's gauche.
Avarice
really
pushes
good,
out
right?
her chair just a little unnecessarily noisily, and says, "Well, we better go see Vandir and check in, make sure we're on the roster for tomorrow. Good luck out there." And
too.
they get up and walk out of the inn, and Dovey, as they're leaving, Lily kind of turns around and gives you a little wave. She walks away.
Lily? Well, later.
And you all suddenly remember, yeah, you actually have to check in too. That is, that's part of the thing, is that the bands actually have to tell the organizer that they've arrived, so that they can be put on the schedule.
I had a
Well-
quick question about inspiration, right? Because they're still performing in this, right? Still going through their full set, it seems like. It's
Mhm.
pretty catchy. Can I actually try to mimic their dance moves? Like, it's moving. I'd like to see if I could quickly pick it up, feeling moved by the music.
Sure, let's call that a wisdom performance check.
A wisdom performance.
Yeah. So
Oh.
roll a wisdom check and add your proficiency bonus to it, because you are proficient in performance.
Yeah,
And
I am.
V, I think learning their skills and being able to mimic and show that they're not so special is such a good idea. And I'm going to give you guidance. So you can add a D4 to that.
Okay, because that's already a 17.
All right.
And we're going to add in the 2, so 19 with the guidance.
All right. I think you can consider some of this dancing to be part of your repertoire now.
I'm just
It's not
paying
so
attention.
bad.
Like, I'm not trying to do any checks or anything. I'm just kind of looking to see if all of their steps are in sync.
They very much are.
Okay.
Very much are.
When they fanned out, were there a couple of the boys that stayed in the back and were like the backstage boys?
They were, yeah.
That's a whole different thing, Lauren.
The blue
If we're gonna
skinned
do this, we're gonna
guy,
do this. Let's go.
the blue skinned guy and the dark skinned human are they are definitely like they are not the front men. They are hanging back and letting some of the other members of the band be flashier.
Sorry, I'm very distracted just watching V continue to like vogue. It's amazing.
These are my dances.
I love
There's
it
only
And,
so
so
much.
many hand dances you can do. So
Yeah.
And yes,
Great
at
note.
the after the they do a third song, and the half elves like, "Thank you all. We are inspiration. Come check us out at the competition tomorrow. We'll see you there."
Okay, bye. Polite applause.
Can I clearly tell that they spell it with an N to start?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
One of them actually
You
minor
just know that on a
allusions the
gut level.
words.
I'm clocking all of this stuff, just making notes. Oh yeah, I know that kind of group.
kind of
yeah.
like the
Mhm.
same font of like the more you know.
Exactly. I'm gonna lean over to Pocket, who I've noticed because you've been very much. They know this song, and I'm gonna remind you. Do know we have our own set, right? We do have many songs.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive though. What they just got up to here. I'm impressed. I don't recognize all of the taller heckin' folks though. But
Well, this is a big
Can-
enough competition. It brings folk from all over the place. Maybe we'll see some other folk that we've never seen before. Would be fun for me, inspiration for new things to think about, new things to see. Maybe we can get a chance to talk with him and figure out where he's from.
Yeah,
What
I
do we
just
know about the Moonshay? What do we know about the Moonshay Isles? Isn't it islands? Aren't they?
Yeah,
Moonshay?
they are. They're west of the Sword Coast, out in the ocean, Sea of Swords. Um,
Wait, that's where
they
the friendly band was. That's where Feywild's from?
yes, that is not where Inspiration's from. They didn't say anything
Okay.
about the Moonshays.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Huh.
Well, we should
Well,
finish up here
where'd
and
they
go
go?
check in. Oh,
Mm.
your the one you're very interested in, Lily, went to go check in. Would you like to follow?
Of course I would. Why'd you even ask? Let's
Do you
Oh,
go.
want to join our halfling tower?
Halfling Tower?
I don't think let's not do that in public just yet. We may need that.
Oh.
We may
Okay.
need that in our
Okay.
Okay.
pocket. Uh, uh,
ah, and maybe we could practice the dance moves so we can do it like in a whole like vertical. It's 3D
my hands are
now.
gonna be full of a lute, but I'll try to move my feet. I'm not. I'm just look. I'm a guitarist. I just stand there.
Always
I
wanted
try.
to be 3D.
Yes, but your guitar is fantastic, and it's very essential to at least 75% of
And I
songs.
pull it out, and it isn't just a regular lute. I have totally just covered it in little fake gems. It's bedazzled. It's just shiny.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Look, I worked on it on the trip. Yeah,
Oh, you added new colors to the neck, I see.
yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
Whatever I can do.
That must have taken a lot of work.
I mean, what else was I going to do riding in the back of a wagon?
Practice.
Yes, but
Oh.
did any of us practice in the back of the wagon?
Well, as you are discussing this, you head out the front of the inn and are looking out into Liatarwa Tolyanda, the park at the heart of the island. Ahead of you, you see a row of very neatly planted trees that create sort of a promenade between them. To the right, there's a wide lawn where a handful of people have blankets and things out and are sitting there picnicking. Past the lawn ahead of you, there is a stone amphitheater built into the slope leading down to the river that faces a domed stage where the competition is going to take place. It's a latticework dome built from strips of bent beechwood and interlaced in a square pattern. The spaces between the strips are glazed with colored glass. The whole thing sparkles. To the left and the right of the stage are these banks of fountains built out in the water, and the stage itself extends out over the water. There are a couple of walkways that extend out from the shore to the stage, and at the corners of the amphitheater seating area are these four broad walk-shaped copper braziers, 3 feet across. Each one is lit and burning. There's another arbor promenade off to the right, and then beyond that, you see a large number of red and yellow tents. To your left, there's a shoreline river walk and the westernmost of the 3 bridges that cross the Calcire from Tolyanda to the north.
Can we see where the judges are going to be sitting, standing, hanging out?
Well, there is one little building off to the left and it seems to be sort of a combination administration building / maintenance shed, and that is the place where you've been directed to check in.
Oh, I mean, at the performance site, is
Mhm.
there like a roped off or a blocked off area where obviously the judges for the competition are going to be seated?
It's popular acclamation. So the crowd will decide who their favorites are.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cool.
That is excellent to know.
I'm
Thank
liking
you.
our luck here. Look, the stage matches my loot. Look. And
Mm-hmm.
like the sparkle. Yeah. Mm.
You came prepared. Should we practice our ability to like jump off the stage so that way we can interact with the audience a little?
If you tried to jump off the stage toward the audience, you would end up in the water.
Perfect. That is also part of my plan.
So you could actually stage dive, you're saying?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, maybe we save that for the finale.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Listen, I will make an illusion of me jumping off the stage into the water, but I am not getting any of my instruments wet.
What if you did that and you did the illusion of getting in and then you magically appeared further back? You'd be like, really cool.
Now that is an idea I can get behind. Also, it looks like that's where we need to go to check in, I believe.
Let's check
Mhm.
in. I want to see if Lily's there. I want to see if anyone else is there. Maybe mostly Lily.
Okay. By the time you get there, it appears Feywild have already left. But you do meet Vandir Athrad, who is the person you need to check in with. He notes your arrival and says that the schedule will be posted first thing in the morning.
And when does the first group go on?
At midday tomorrow.
Okay, good. How many
Good.
groups
We
are
got time
there?
for first breakfast and second breakfast.
And maybe even first lunch.
He says there are 24 pre-registered. You are the 19th to check in.
What number?
Is that our lucky number?
It is now.
Yes.
And how long of a set are we expected to prepare?
He says no more than 6 songs.
Oh.
Okay, but how much
Is
time
there
is
a
that?
time limit to each song?
Yeah, one of our songs is a good 34 minutes long. I mean, it's one that we've used to wake up even
Please
the
don't
Grateful
play that
Dead.
one.
But it's really important and it details our morning routine that we each go through individually.
Okay, so not doing
Right.
that one.
Fair.
Okay, all right. We also have a series of 15-second short outbursts that we have.
Yes, but
Those
those
are
are not
fine.
songs. Yeah.
Okay. Do those count as individual songs, or can we just lump them into a?
Stage patter is not counted as songs, no.
Awesome.
Hmm.
Bonus.
All right. Well, it's sad that we can't do our Grateful Dead epic, but we'll pick a good set.
All right. Well, we've picked our set long before now, haven't we? We know exactly what we're playing.
Actually, that's a good question. Did we know any of this walking in? Like how many songs we're supposed to prepare, how long we have, when, like all of that stuff. Do we have any idea, or is this where we're finding out?
This is where you're finding out the specific details. However, these are not radically different from competitions you've played in before.
Okay.
Nothing here comes as a complete shock to you.
We're just always trying to push the format, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We should
Like
probably pull out
everyone
one of
wants
Dovey's,
to get their little edge.
we should probably pull out one of Duffy's old relationship songs. Yeah, who was it before Lily?
Susie,
Uzi?
and then
then
Carrie,
No,
Carrie?
it wasn't
Really?
Uzi. Uzi.
and then there was
No one was
Sally.
Uzi.
Duffy
And
It was
has
a
Allie.
really good song for Sally. That was
Mm.
Weren't they
Still love them.
sisters?
Oh,
She was a
wow.
centaur. Centaur Sally.
Mm-hmm.
She
let's not
literally
talk about
rode
it.
off into the sunset. It was gorgeous.
But
No.
without you.
That was less
Always
gorgeous.
the centaur of his attention.
Mhm.
Let's not talk about her. Can we talk about Susie? She was nice. She was nice. I think I might have broken her heart, but
Mm, I think when we
you
Just
left,
know,
we
her?
also accidentally stepped on her instrument, so we did break her guitar too.
Oh, I thought it was a harp, but yeah.
that wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault.
Well, you know what? That's probably a good thing. We should to note we should probably avoid any of the songs that were inspired by other bards or other audience of bards in case they're here. That's also gauche. We should
Yeah.
definitely be
Tribute
a
song's
lot
probably
more
not a good idea.
yeah, a lot more subtle in our jabs.
Almost the only thing that I write are love songs. So if we worry
We're
about
aware.
who is going to be present for them, well, we won't have anything to sing.
Well,
At
but
least
you, Dovey, you have written many songs about people that you have fallen in love with that are not bards, correct?
that's true. That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, you have a discography that we can choose from.
Also, I can write a song about Lily and just not use her name. Her name doesn't rhyme with anything flattering at all. It's like chilly, silly, Willie,
Hilly.
Hilly. Hilly might, I don't know. I mean, no, it'd be very presumptuous. I don't know Lily very
Well,
well.
we should
I
head
don't know.
back
I've heard
and
people compare
figure this
body
out.
parts to mountains, and that's been good.
Hmm?
Also, I
I'm
think
sure.
keeping her name out is good because, like jabs, love songs are best when they are subtle.
Generic.
And exactly. And yes, the button. We should definitely head back.
All right. So you return to the inn. Inspiration are no longer performing, but they are just kind of relaxing in the common area. The chair behind Sirata is no longer unoccupied. There is an elf girl sitting on it. Looks just like pre-adolescent. She's leaning over, writing in a book. Not really evidently paying attention to anything else that's going on in the inn at the moment. Just sitting back there and writing.
Does this look like a family member to Sarada?
She does bear a family resemblance to him, yes.
Okay.
B. B.
Speak up. Be brave.
They're so much taller, though. And you kind of see V try to bottle it up a little bit. Her chest puffs up. Hello! And then she'll duck back down underneath the counter.
The girl looks up, looks back down.
And you can see
I'll-
like a
I'll
hand
boost you
waving
up.
above it. Yeah.
I'm like,
Boost you.
Okay.
And kind of lifted up by her companions. You just see V.
She's like,
Hello.
yes.
Don't make it sound like you're in pain. Try to make it sound like you're enjoying yourself just by being here.
Hello. You see like a pained smile creep across her face.
Wish you
Is
were
something
better.
wrong with you?
I love being here.
Yes, yes.
So
Okay.
much. What are we doing again? I forgot. And you can kind of see her starting to
Ask her
have
about her
trouble
book.
breathing as she panics.
Ask her about her book.
I'm gonna pass by this halfling stack and give V a little pat on the arm and say, I don't know what you were doing, but I'm sure you're doing just fine, dear. And I'm gonna give you guidance.
We're back, and we just want to make sure we're all good. And also, what are you reading? Is that everything?
She just closed the book, says, nothing. Are you one of the bands?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's too bad. You haven't got a chance.
But wait, what? What?
Why not? Ask her why not.
Why not?
Because Everlasting Love Force 7 are playing.
Who are they? Do I know who they are? Am I supposed to know who they are?
I
She'll
don't
look
know who
back at
they
her
are.
teammate. We don't know who they are.
You don't know ELF 7.
No.
They are only the biggest thing ever to come out of Herosto.
Really? How big are they?
Skip, she means tall.
Yeah, like
Are they
giants?
like
Are they giants?
are they giants? Are we
They
competing
might be
against
giants.
giants now?
They might be giants.
What if they're dragons? Can they be a dragon? I've never seen a band of dragons.
She just
We
rolls her
can't win.
eyes and clearly decides you're not worth discussing this with.
No. I'm a very serious. And you can kind of see like a mask of sorts goes over V's face, and she stiffens up a little. We're very serious about this competition.
I let go of you and we collapse in a puddle on the floor.
Mm.
Can I do like a history check for this group? Like if I've heard of them at all? Maybe?
Sure.
ELF7.
Sure.
We should all do that.
Yeah, LF7. A band that might be giants. 25.
Oh, you have heard of ELF7. They are the most famous and prominent of a number of bands that have come out of the Elven lands in recent years, who have put together some very, very sophisticated acts combining music, dance, and spoken word poetry.
Oh, they're a multimedia experience.
Everybody, this is oh no.
Uh-huh.
And
They're
they're
like
from Herosto.
they're like a package deal. They even do spoken word and people like it.
But I also speak words. How hard is that?
Wait. Button, did you say that this band is from here? Did I hear that right?
Whoa.
So
They
they have
kind of got home court advantage.
so anyone who lives here is going to have a biased opinion about how good they are, right?
This is their place.
Unless they're not liked very much personally. That's the problem. You've got your stage face. Everybody likes your stage face because it's designed to be liked. But what if they're really not great people? The people who live here would know that, and they don't care if they're good. They're not going to vote for them.
I mean, you are only as pretty as you treat other people. So
This
That's
is
right.
very true.
That's right.
Well, we've
Really
got them
is.
beat.
I
don't know.
wouldn't count
We
us
might
out
have
yet.
to
And
do some
besides,
competition research.
can you just remember, they're going to like us anyway. If we don't win the competition, we're still getting exposure, and we still get to see the faces smiling in the audience. And
Wh-
I don't know
But
about you,
we have
but
to pay
that's
for
all
our
I live for.
meals.
Well, have we ever had to run out on a bill? Well, okay. No,
Yes.
that's the wrong question. Wrong question. Have we ever gotten in trouble for running out on a bill?
No.
Yes.
No. Only with Ruben. That doesn't
That's
count.
true.
And your
Maybe
mom.
if we caught one of their practices and we could hear them, we would know what we're going up against. We could do
Do
a
we
little
wanna know?
reconnaissance.
That was
that
a
sounds like
big
good.
word, V. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I read the dictionary today.
Pocket,
The whole
or I'm
thing?
sorry, Pocket and Button. Do either of you know where this band might be practicing? I guess if they're local, they probably have their own place. They're not going to be staying at an inn.
Would I know
Ah.
anything from my history check about like, do they have a home inn, like a place where they're like, that's where they love to play and practice, or
From what you have read, they actually have a house that the 7 band members share together.
7 pillows.
Are they a family band? Like, you
No,
know,
no.
we'd have to find.
because
They have their own house.
Just
That's
7
like
kindred
weird.
spirits.
That's weird. That is weird.
It probably
Come
saves
on.
on rent.
Having your own house? I'd like to have my
No,
own
but
house.
would you? We wouldn't live together in the same house. We'd all have our own house, and we'd get
We wouldn't?
together at, Pocket's house to do our stuff together, and then we'd all go back home together and have our families. That's weird. I mean,
I'd live
it's
with
kind of
Pocket.
who would. That's like I don't even know what that's like. That's like a cult. That's weird,
Well,
isn't
you
it?
It's clearly
discuss this.
working.
You discuss this on the way up to your room, and the long and the short of it is that if you are going to be rested for the competition tomorrow, you don't really have time to do a lot of cloak and dagger stuff tonight. You're just gonna have to see what the next day brings.
I
Everyone,
think
rest
I think we
your
just gotta
vocals.
focus on our playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Let's work on a good playlist, and
Mhm.
V can teach us some moves because we gotta all firing on all horse cylinders.
Mm.
Do horses have
All right.
cylinders?
Tonight, let's practice our jazz hands together.
But then I drop my loot.
Oh,
My sticks.
just shake your head instead.
I cast minor illusion so that I can continue to play and then have another hand there doing jazz hands.
Okay. Next morning, you go and you check out the set list. 3 of the 24 pre-registered bands did not check in, so they are not on the schedule. You scan down the list, and you see that Feywild are up little past the halfway point of the day. Inspiration goes on 3 slots after them. They are followed by ELF7. And ELF7 is followed by you. You are going second to last.
Hey,
and then
everybody,
there's one band that perform after you.
good news,
They
everybody.
saved the best for last.
They're opening for us. They're opening for
Thanks,
us.
everyone. Thanks to our opening bands. Really appreciate that energy they
Yeah.
brought to the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Totally put that in.
Okay,
Who is the final band? What is this final countdown?
You have not heard of them. They're not a band that are familiar to you at all.
Are they just unlisted band on the sheet?
No, they have a name.
Oh, okay, but we just don't. Yeah, we don't recognize.
But
it.
you
Okay.
just don't recognize it. It's not one of the bands you heard about since you arrived.
Cool.
Could we steal one from chat and just make it Imagine Dragons and they're just imaginary dragons?
Sure.
Mm.
Yes.
They're
did
an
like
all
BTS
puppet
back to single?
band. They just put on it's just minor illusions and puppets so that it looks like
Yes.
dragons are playing instruments.
Yes.
They're not actually like a serious band. They're
Not at all.
they're like the closer that everybody can kind of have fun with and
Palate
dance for.
cleansers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Just in case that we end with like a serious song, the imaginary dragons will go on and lift everybody's spirits.
Okay. So you head out, and the I've placed you now on the map.
Oh. We have been
Mhm.
mapped.
I gotta.
There are
I have a
already a number of people out already enjoying the beautiful midsummer day. They and some folks are already taking their seats in the amphitheater, getting ready to see the competition from the very beginning.
Do we know
right.
where we are supposed to be before we go on? Is there like a green room or a staging area or something like that?
It's
I mean, there's a
pretty
lot of green in those
informal.
trees.
It's pretty informal. The on deck bands simply wait over in this area here to the right of the stage ramp. The bands that are going on go up this ramp and set up, and the ones who are coming off go down this ramp and exit stage right.
Okay.
So, depending on what the
There's
last
not really a
song-
backstage here.
Hmm.
I
Do we
just
know
wanna-
from our vast experience playing these kinds of competitions, are there like are there any rules about messing with the band on stage a little bit?
I am so glad you asked that as I count squares to see how far 60 feet is for reasons.
Um, it is considered extremely unsportsmanlike.
But there's no
But
rule.
not
That-
illegal.
no, that kind of thing is likely to get you thrown out of a
Okay, there
competition.
we go.
Yeah,
If we're caught.
if you're caught.
Such
Good to-
distinctions.
Listen,
You are all good aligned.
I
Am I?
we also need to
Good
pay our bills.
whom? No, I'm just kidding.
Are we like looking around and just sort of debating it a bit as a group? Of like, what do we feel about a little magic to help us out? Are we feeling like no, we want to rely on our raw talent and charisma, or do we
Well-
want some shenanigans?
I say, I mean, when we're on stage, full show.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I always have pyrotechnics ready to go for our final song. That's always in my back pocket. And so, I mean, frankly, part of my charisma is my magical talent. So, you know, as long as we're on stage having fun, then who's to say that we can't do a little, you know, pyrotechnics?
And I can bring out Sebastian if things get real rough. And she'll hold out that little gem.
I don't think it's going to get rough. I think we're going to do great. We always do great. And can't we just inspire each other through the whole thing? Inspiration as
Absolutely.
bardic.
Plus, Sebastian may blow them away in the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
And if he hasn't taken a bath lately, it smells really bad.
Who? What?
yeah, let's make sure Sebastian takes a little dip in the water just before we go on stage. You know, a pre-bath, as it were.
Mhm.
You also know, at least from our performances, at the in the last minute, as long as in that last minute of our show, we're kind of rocking out. I can convince people to like us. Not a lot of people, but like just the right people. So yes, we need whatever our set is. We need the final song to be the real kicker, not a downer. Definitely something that is going to make the crowd want more.
Mhm.
Also, I think that whatever we start with, we should have two planned. So, assuming that our opponent, G7 or whatever they're called, whatever they end on, if they end on a high energy note, we should start with something that contrasts mightily with it. Not try to compete with them on their level. You see what I'm saying? If they end on a soft note, we should come out with a song that really, really jumps.
Through the
You see what I'm saying?
fireball and
So-
flames.
Yeah.
I really like that
But we
one.
need to contrast. Is there any reason why we cannot use every effort that we inspire each other the entire time, so that
We
all
should.
of our performances have that extra inspiration bonus to them, bump to them? Any
Of
reason?
course.
Pocket is always an inspiration to me. That positivity is all we need, as well
Okay,
as
so
a lot of.
I
hard work.
won't. I have this like big round rock that I found, so I won't cast magic mouth on the rock and throw it into the crowd where it could go. Sky.
Yeah, yay.
No. Okay.
I
Okay.
think as long as we don't mess with the other bands and we're not doing anything to people, you know, just like my pyrotechnics, that's just ambiance, right?
Oh, and like a smoke show where like fog comes out and everything.
Dancing lights. I got some dancing
Yeah.
lights. hmm
Midday rolls around,
Wow, that happened
and
fast.
the first bands go on.
As
Um,
these bands are going on, I'm hardcore examining like everything about this performance venue. Like, where are the diehard people who have staked out? We're gonna be here for the whole day, no matter what. What are the acoustics like? Where are the best places to sit or stand or mosh or whatever? Where are people who like look like they're sitting a little bit farther back, but have a lot of money and maybe have a lot of influence?
Mhm. Or and to reinforce,
the
like, which songs or kind of genres or performances are people reacting to best?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, first of all, the acoustics of the Watershine stage, the Tala Nenkala, are exceptional. There is not a bad seat anywhere in the amphitheater. It all just gathers everything up and sends it right out over the crowd. Obviously, the biggest fans are seated in the amphitheater, and they are in the middle, up front, just where you'd want to be if you wanted to be as close to the bands and hear what they have to offer. You can take your tokens and seat yourselves wherever in the amphitheater you would like to be, or if you would like to be someplace other than the amphitheater, that's fine too. Um, but the first bands that go on, they're just tavern bands. They don't strike you as exceptional at all. They are competent. They are playing songs that everyone is familiar with. They're doing them well, but they're not bringing anything special. And that is kind of the pattern set by the first half of the acts. Like the entire first half of the competition, you feel like you don't really have anything to worry about from them. It actually makes you feel pretty good about yourselves, in terms of what you've already accomplished and what you can already do. You definitely know you can light up a crowd better than any of these folks. Then Vandir, who is also the MC here, announces Das Loot. And Gar, this
No.
your ears prick up at this because you know about the Das Lute. You have heard about this famous instrument of the bards that is reputed to confer magical powers on whoever owns and plays it. And you start to wonder, does this band have an actual Das Lute that they're going to be using in this performance? That could pose a bit of a challenge for you guys. But as the band members come out, you see that they are all wearing matching tunics with the name of their band printed on them. And they spell it DASLOOT with some strange accent marks over the O's. And the band consists of 2 humans, 2 dwarves, and a half orc. And one of the humans, three of them, one of the humans, one of the dwarves, and the half orc are all carrying drums. The other dwarf has a lute, and the other human, who has very, very long red hair and a long red dwarven style beard, strides up to the front of the stage and yells out, "Hello, Herosto! You dwarf come!" The entire audience is just dead silent. No reaction at all.
I'm just eyeing the loot. Like,
And he
does it look?
tries again. Are you dwarf core?
Yay.
Oh, dwarf core.
I
Do
mean,
we know what dwarf core means? Does that mean anything?
Silence. The audience is just utterly unresponsive.
trying to be polite, just a little bit of
He
in
notices.
the
He's like,
background.
and then he turns around and gestures to the drummers, and they all start in at once. And then the lute player starts to go into this very, very fast, intense lute solo, on the high notes of the strings, and the red-haired, red-bearded guy starts going, Baruch Hazad, Hazad Imenu, Baruch Hazad, Hazad Imenu.
Mazel tov to this group.
And this
Catchy.
this continues for 6.5 minutes. And Button, you are actually pretty impressed. The drummers have this very sophisticated polyrhythm thing going. They're all playing different parts that mesh perfectly. The dwarf who's playing the lute is a technical master. I mean, you are just, your jaw drops at how good he is, hitting every note so precisely. And you are the only person in the entire crowd who is picking up on this at all. The rest of the audience are stone-faced, just like they look like they're just trying to get through it.
Well, and that's my question. If we can tell that this band is technically good, can I tell, is this just not this audience's jam? Or has this, is this a style that has gone over these people's heads? Or is it a technique that's gone over their heads? Or they're just not into yelling and hardcore?
They don't like dwarf core.
Make either a wisdom insight or wisdom performance check. Take your pick.
Ooh, I'm gonna do a performance check, and as I scratch my head and go, I wonder if they just don't like that kind of music, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. Oh, I might not need it. I rolled a natural 20 for a
Okay.
which gives me with 25, 6, a 28.
Das Lute are an excellent band who have sadly misjudged their audience. Their style of music just absolutely is not to the local tastes. And
Yeah, I turn over.
their second song is 9 minutes long, and they get about a minute and a half into their third song when someone in the audience starts booing. And then more and more and more people join in, and it becomes overwhelming, and they are booed off the stage.
Sensing this kind of disruption and feeling really sorry for the band, can I actually cast Calm Emotions on the crowd to try to calm people down a little bit so they're not so mean to
Yeah.
the poor band?
You are able to pacify a section of the crowd that way. You get the boos to quiet.
Yeah, you just see V kind of slowly clapping, creating a
Yeah.
small rhythm to encourage and
Go
with
ahead
the
and
calm
mark that
emotions
spell
being
slot
cast.
off.
Yeah, as it resonates through that small area, that range that hears it, they just start keeping
Yeah.
rhythm with her own clapping instead.
And the red-haired guy and the lute playing dwarf, they kind of look at you and give you just a
And I want to slip away and just kind of step up to him and be like, the cacophony, the beautiful controlled cacophony, loved every second of it. Elves ain't the audience for you, bros. This ain't it. But
says,
amazing.
No, we found that out the hard way, but thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Do you have a
I mean,
car?
back
We would definitely love to tour with you later. We would be a nice counterpoint.
We can talk afterward.
Excellent. We'll
Cool,
get
cool.
drinks afterwards.
They just weren't very poppy, were they?
And apparently
Um,
this audience is not very hardcore. That's good to know. We've got a couple of those songs that we could have put on our list that are a bit more intense that maybe we should drop.
yeah. A
Mm.
couple more tavern bands play, and it really just feels unjust that they actually get some decently sized rounds of polite applause from the audience after the way they treated Das Loot. Um, but next up are Feywild. And
Lily.
Let's go, Lily! Kill it!
and
You
they
got
turn
this!
in a pretty good set. Lily is on drum. The tan skin woman Kadira with the short hair, she is on viol. Kavris plays lute. Aniriel sings and swirls and has scarves that fly around quite a lot, and is even more underdressed than she was the night before. And they
Also has
are
misjudged the crowd.
they are playing a style of music that is very folk flavored, has some interesting minor key stuff going on, and just kind of evokes this faraway, fantastic feeling. It's really interesting stuff. Very different from anything you've heard before in this competition, and the audience respond to it pretty favorably. They definitely get warmer, louder, and longer applause than.
And I'm watching her movements, like the lead singer's movements. Yeah, they really like intricate with the scarves and stuff. Is it
Yeah, she's a pretty good
like
dancer.
really? Mm.
She's
And
a she's
as I
a
lean
pretty good
over,
dancer.
I lean over to V, and I'm like, yeah, watch these moves. Like sometimes it is what they say. Dex sells.
That's true.
Mm,
They do sell all the
mm,
time.
mm.
Um,
I'll lean over to
I'm trying
Pocket
to
and say
move.
we should probably drop the scarves from our performance. We don't want to look like we're copying anybody.
That's true. What if it gets chilly though?
Well,
Let's
we
stick
could
to
wear them, but
pyrotechnics.
just
Well,
like
that's
we usually
different kind
wave
of
them
scarf.
around, yeah, during the third, in between the two, and just the whole way. Yeah, let's just not do that. Let's
Yeah.
pull something else
Yeah.
out.
I got it. Scratch the scarves, guys.
Oh,
Who are you yelling to?
She just likes being loud. I appreciate it. It makes it easy to hear.
Okay, I'm just going to deal with a technical difficulty here for a second. It seems that people are having trouble moving their tokens on the board. Um,
Which worries me because that means combat's coming.
yeah,
I
everyone
mean,
see if you can do it now.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Sorry about
Yay.
that. So a couple more tavern bands, nothing to get excited about. Feywild are clearly the leading favorites of the ones who've performed so far. And
Can I
then
ask
Inspiration go on. What were you
before
about to say?
inspiration?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta go
before,
back for that. I'm gonna get back for that.
yeah. Real quick because we know that it's kind of audience response. They're going to be the votes. Do I get the sense this is when when the gig is done, when every band is done, the audience is going to cheer, and however loud that is at that moment
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
vote?
There's like a
Okay.
final round of applause and yeah, it's
Okay,
by
so
acclamation.
there isn't an end of performance. We trot all the bands out, and now if you like this band, cheer
No.
for
It's
them. Okay.
after each set. It's after each set.
Perfect.
So Inspiration come on. And they come out and they start into their thing, and something is off. You observe the band members. Let me get insight checks all around.
19.
And again, you can do wisdom performance on this alternatively if you want.
Oh.
So wisdom plus your proficiency.
So
15.
uh,
18.
21.
19.
7.
Okay, so V is like, doesn't really put her finger on what's wrong, but everyone else, you see what's going on here. There is something going on in the band dynamic. The blue-skinned guy, the half-elf singer, the halfling singer, they're all locked in. They're all, doing what they're supposed to be doing. The tiefling lute player is like doing something completely his own thing, and it is not meshing with what the rest of the band are doing. And the other human, the viol player, he is like trying to kind of bridge what the other members of the band and the tiefling are doing. And it's not working. It's just like it's as if the tiefling has just decided to go rogue for this performance, and it's sabotaging everything. And you can see just increasing annoyance on the faces of the half elf and the halfling, just like mounting frustration and sadness on the human's face, and an increasing tension in the body language of the blue-skinned man.
And I lean over to V because I can tell she didn't pick it up, and I'm like, telling you right now, it's sabotage.
Something has to be influencing them. Do you think he's controlled by someone in the audience or he's been bribed?
Examine the audience. Examine the audience. Let's see if we can see someone concentrating on them in a peculiar way, or
Yes, let's look at the audience. And then also, I'm going to just take a really long look at this tiefling. Can I tell? Well, like, instead of looking at the audience, I'm going to look specifically at the tiefling and see, are they just suddenly having a bad day, or are they getting
Insight.
influenced? Okay. And if someone wants to look
Insight
at the
or
audience,
wisdom performance.
Button, can you throw me in the air so I can get a better view of the audience? Only if you want to.
That's only a
Uh,
12.
I'm a -1 on strength. Sure.
It is unclear to you whether he is doing this just because he feels like it or if he's under some kind of outside influence. But he's just kind of got this smirky bad boy attitude, and just like does not seem to care what effect what he's doing is having on the rest of his band.
Yeah, I can't.
So I grab V and I try to pick her up and throw her into the air to try to see.
Yeah.
So she
I
can
just
try to get a better
imagine
view.
a bunch of halflings trying to look through an elven audience.
It's a little rough. Yeah.
I'd like to get a better viewpoint.
Okay. You can actually see okay from where you are because
okay.
the amphitheater seats are lower than where you're standing.
Okay.
They actually do slope down toward the river. This whole map slopes down from bottom to top. So
I also just thought it was funny, honestly.
okay.
Especially since I have a -1 strength.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hoist her a good 4 inches in the air, and
If 4
Yeah.
inches
I
is a
look
lot
around
for
and
a
I try to
halfling.
see, like if somebody's holding like a very concentrated look towards this this acting out member of inspiration.
okay, we'll call this either perception or wisdom arcana.
Hmm. I'm gonna go with perception.
Okay.
And I have advantage thanks to our good friend Ken, who donated earlier to our good cause.
Hey.
So I'm gonna
Thank you,
just
Ken.
tap into
Nice.
that right now, just in case. That seems to be the way I want to go with that.
And if you would like to help us at home, all you have to do is donate. Help the kids. Help us.
I'm sure somebody's going to
Cool.
drop a link in
With the
chat any moment now.
advantage advantage. That bumps me up to a 25.
An HP point for Button.
Oh,
You
That's right, B. Show them
scan-
how tall you are.
You scan over the audience, and what you see pretty consistently across the entire audience is confusion and disappointment. You don't see anyone who is clearly like yes. Nothing like that. It's just if there's any outside influence, it is not coming from the audience.
Dang. V lands back on the ground from her short little 4-inch height burst. I don't think it's coming from at least the audience space. Maybe someone behind. That's not how they were performing at all earlier on the stage. Well, the stairs, the mini stages, all the multiple stages. You know what I mean?
The stair stage, absolutely.
That's not.
They end
them.
up cutting their set short after just 4 songs, and just glaring at one another. Like the three members of the band glaring at the tiefling as they're all walking off, and the tiefling just kind of, like, yeah, whatever. Doesn't seem to care. You don't know what happened there, but it wasn't pretty.
Mama.
Well, it's our turn. Let's go.
Not so
No.
fast.
No,
People start crowding in around you
Second breakfast club.
to fill up the stands because Vandir comes in and he's previously announced all of the prior band members as just by their names. But now he says, and now the band you've all been waiting for, Everlasting Love Force 7. And the crowd immediately goes wild.
Nice.
I want to make sure when Vander comes off the stage that I have given them the dirtiest look, like, really? That's how you're gonna play it?
And he doesn't look your way. But yeah, it feels a little unfair.
I message him. Message cantrip. Straight to his head. That's super biased, man. Not cool.
You don't get a reply. The members of the band go on stage and the music starts, and that in itself is very interesting because not one of the members of ELF 7 is carrying an instrument.
whoa.
Look at those icons.
They come in. They get into formation. They start one of them starts singing, others join in, others are dancing. They are trading off vocals. They are trading off dance moves. Every once in a while, one breaks in to do some of this spoken word poetry thing that you don't quite get, but they're good at it. And the music is playing all the time. And Button, you figure out what's going on. And let me have just a round of Arcana checks from everyone to see who figures out
I was about to
what's
say
going on
I was
besides
tempted
Button.
to run up there and cast detect magic, but
They're lip syncing.
17.
Okay.
13. I'm so
6.
confused at the moment, which is why I might have to cast detect magic.
9.
9 buddies.
Hey!
All right. Button, you figure it out. Bonnie, you figure it out. Because you are watching their hands as they do their dance moves, and you realize they are playing the music. They are casting Minor Illusion, the auditory version, to make the sounds of their backing music.
Was really
And,
smart.
and you almost can't even get mad because everything is just fitting together absolutely seamlessly. They're pulling it off. They're doing the singing, they're doing the dancing, they're doing the spoken word, and they're doing their entire musical accompaniment with magic with minor illusion, which they're doing in a kind of a cyclical breathing way, where like when one of them needs to start over, the others are the others are in the middle of it, and so it's seamless. And it's like they have figured out how to do this and make it work, and it's stunning.
I mean,
And
magic
it's
is just
stunning.
another type of instrument, so if they're doing it well,
And the
just like we
crowd
were-
are eating it up.
just
No,
like we
Bonnie,
were
they're
talking about.
fakes. They're fakes. They're not even playing instruments.
Well, they
They
are.
are.
They're just playing them with magic.
Mm,
It's
V.
it's the audio illusions. It's their
Yeah.
hands.
I can do the same thing. I just like playing my
Don't
instruments
you?
more. Well, because
Okay,
I
that's
like
fair.
Because I'm already busy using my hands.
it's an
V.
aesthetic.
V, you don't notice this because
Another
you're
bribe for
distracted.
ELF7.
There's something going on over here. Some kind of commotion happening on the Riverwalk.
where? Oh.
Over here on the Riverwalk.
Oh. Oh.
And all of the people over there have stopped paying attention to the performance and are looking at something out on the river. You're not exactly sure what. From where you are right now, you just notice there's something going on over there.
Oh.
Oh my
Smoke.
God, it would be such a terrible tragedy if a Kraken ate that band right now.
Do you think that's what it is? And V will actually duck behind Pocket. Pocket, can you go deal with that?
It would not be full of dark pleasure if that happened. I would not.
Elvie, you have some very interesting ideas of what could possibly happen. If a Kraken shows up, then we're not going on stage.
It could be a brawl. Pocket,
I
can
like
you see
those.
them?
I like those.
Pocket?
I charge over.
Mm.
All right.
No,
Go
no,
ahead and
go
go ahead and move
alone.
your
He will
token.
chase after.
Because you are
Yeah.
halflings and you can
Yeah.
easily move through the squares of
We're-
creatures
yeah.
larger than you have no
Yeah,
problem
right in.
getting through the crowd.
We're so nimble.
Bob and weave. Bob and weave.
All right.
I'm following, but I'm still kind of keeping an eye on not just the stage, but the crowd the
Sure.
rest of the crowd to see are any of them noticing anything more than we can. Like, are any of them going, yeah?
Pocket, what you notice as you get up to the Riverwalk is everyone is looking at the underside of the bridge. There is something huge hanging from it. It's kind of a dull, grayish, bluish green, kind of a teardrop shape, but it seems to be hanging onto the underside of the trestle bridge by its tail.
I will send a message to Bonnie because I was with her. I was just message cantrip, just something with a tail under the bridge. Something.
As you watch, it lets go and plunges into the water with a big splash.
How big is this thing? Like, how big? Huge?
Bigger than the cart you rode in on.
I relay that through message to our smart one, and I'm just like, Pattern, big tail, huge splash, splish, splash, 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 splash. I just start like panic messaging.
People
Get back-
around you,
get back
Pocket,
in the
are saying, "Did you see that? Where did it go? Can we get it to come back?" And some of them start throwing food into the water.
Oh my God.
I'll
It's a good
turn.
waste of
And
food.
I'm yeah. First off, excuse me, that's
Yeah.
edible. Second, Pocket, did it look like intelligent? Like, can we talk to it? Do you think, or is it?
A
We should
tail
just try-
whips up out of the water, snatches some of the food, and pulls it under.
It's smart.
I want
It's
to
smart.
turn to somebody who has thrown food and say, "Pet of yours?"
I have no idea what it is. It's some kind of uvanimo.
Could you repeat that slower and with more emphasis on the correct syllables, please? What?
Uvanimo.
What is an uvanimo?
I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it in common.
Well, describe it in common then. What kind of creature is it?
Just one that's big and misshapen,
Okay. Friendly, unfriendly?
kind of ugly.
Well, that's a very
Matter of
nasty thing to
opinion.
think about.
Subjective.
Exactly. You're feeding it anyways. You must
Ration?
like it.
Yeah, and various other people are like, throwing
While-
more food into the
While
water,
she's
but
having this
it does not
conversation,
reappear.
since there's some language misunderstandings, they said they don't understand, like they don't know what that is in common. I'm gonna go ahead and cast comprehend languages on myself,
Okay.
so I can listen in on this and maybe then get the idea of what this thing apparently is.
Uvanimo comes into your consciousness as meaning roughly monster, but connoting something that is specifically misshapen and unnatural.
Hmm.
Like an aberration.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Okay, I'm getting it. I'm
Not
getting
quite
the
that,
Uvanimo.
because there's other nuances to it, but that's the gist.
Okay. I immediately turn to where can I see a dark shape under the water? Is it close enough to the surface? I mean, this looks fairly shallow, but
No, you do not
no.
see
Dang it.
you do not see anything at this point under
I'm
the water.
scanning for that and waiting to see a shape
And
while I'm listening to
However,
conversations.
I'm gonna look in
V,
the other. Oh, sorry.
you do see something,
My eyes, they're working.
and it is up on the shore, and it is galloping toward you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Ah!
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
No, 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 no.
Is there a counter or anything? Like a turn counter? Or we just tell you the number?
Just tell me.
And how
Okay.
are you gonna call out who you want your
Yes.
numbers from? Okay.
Does anyone have a 20 or greater?
Me, 22.
All right.
21.
Smart and quiet for the win.
Yeah.
Does anyone have greater than 15?
17.
Okay. And Noisy and Q, what did you get?
7.
Did you say 7 or 11?
7.
Okay.
7.
And Noisy?
8.
Okay.
Mm,
Smart One, you're at the top, and Quiet One's on deck.
And what do I hear a commotion and I turn because I was looking at the water. What am I seeing? About how far away? It looks like
Well,
one of these
If you
things,
look
but
at
it's
the
on
far
land.
right side of the map, it is bigger than a horse. It has legs where it shouldn't, a long muscular tail, and a mouth that seems to open up in 4 directions, all of them wrong.
Ooh.
And it is running toward you. It's
Puppy.
fast.
So the first thing I do is I turn and I point and I'm like, Vonimo! And I rush. What I can do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Fortunately, I'm a halfling and I don't take big steps. I'm not close enough to do anything. So I use a minor illusion, the audio version, and I try to make it real loud and like run for safety. Just trying to have like a warning sound come out, something that's gonna maybe scare everybody away who might not have been paying attention.
Okay, so essentially you are yelling at everyone to run using minor illusion as an amplifier.
Trying to get as many people from this crowd that it's rushing towards away as possible because I can't get anywhere near it.
All right, Quiet One.
Mm-hmm. It's so far away. Mm.
so far away from me.
I'll go ahead
Ooh,
and
that would
move
be a
the
good lyric.
25 feet closer to it on that end. And then I will cast Silent Image. And I'd actually would like to try to recreate the image of the beast approaching us. Kind of like
Okay.
a mirrored version of it, but slightly larger, using the full size capabilities of my Silent Image cast.
Okay. How large does that go?
That goes 15 feet, 15 square feet.
Okay. That is about the same size as the creature.
Perfect. Twinsies then.
Can you use the pointer tool, the teardrop thing on the right, to show me where you want to cast that?
Okay, so I'm going, if I can first move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then I'm going to at least cast it maybe right here. I don't know if that shows.
Uh-huh. All right.
A little bit further away from the people.
All right. So that is going to show up basically here. And let's see, can I manipulate that thing a little bit to we'll just call it fake.
It's real to me.
And that's your turn?
Yes, yeah, she'll run up kind of close, but not wanting to get any closer. She'll strum her instrument, and with that, those chords almost come to life, composing themselves visually to recreate this beast, facing it down, creating a nice little barrier between her and the actual creature.
All right. The crowd respond to Button's announcement, and let's see. These folks, nope, that is not what I want to do. These folks start running away.
Run! Grab your popcorn!
These folks start running kind of willy-nilly, a whole bunch of them just crowd together. Now the folks in the stands are tripping over each other. They're having a hard time getting uphill. You, Dovey, are on the verge of getting trampled there. It's a rough scene, but they are only able to get about this far. I think you are under here. You're under there. So
Excuse me, I'm standing
there you
here.
are.
Okay.
Where's our? There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's every auditorium manager's absolute nightmare. These folks are running into the trees. These people are running away down the promenade. We got some folks here. They're getting about that far. These folks are about there.
I
And
make a mental
now-
note. Need to talk to Ruben to ensure that these things have good security in the future. Just mental note.
The creature,
Which one? Oh, that
the
one.
real creature,
No, I mean like I'm still also looking at the water. I'm sorry.
the real creature does not appear to take note of the illusion. And is dashing toward the crowd, and it does not seem to be slowed down very much by the slope or by the bench seats. Noisy one, you're up with cute one on deck.
Oh gosh. Okay. Whew. I am going to move forward my full 25 feet. So. Oh gosh. And quick check on a measuring tool. Oops. Oh, that's still pretty far. I will first of all bonus action Bardic Inspiration Dovey, who's on deck. And for that, my Bardic Inspiration is Combat Inspo. So it has some extra stuff with it. So you can also add it to weapon damage or your AC.
Ooh.
If you get attacked.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Combat Inspiration. And then I will also I'm gonna be too far to do anything, so I'm just gonna keep moving forward. Yeah. I'm just gonna chase after my friends.
Okay. Cute one, you are on deck. Yeah, you're up.
Okay. Cute one. So this scroll that I have is it Longstrider? When it if you cast it at first level, it just affects one person. If you cast it at second level or higher,
You can
it
only
affects...
it's a scroll. You can only cast it at the base level.
Okay, so gonna cast it, and then
So that
going to
gives you a
move.
speed of 35, correct?
Right.
Okay.
And gonna move to, let's see.
You can move
1,
through
2.
any of these bystanders, and it is not difficult terrain for you.
Right. So I'm going to move to here.
You cannot
that's...
stop in one of their spaces, though.
Oh, okay. So I'll go to this one.
Okay.
And maybe I can't go that far.
Yeah, because because going down toward the bottom of the map is difficult terrain.
Going down, not going up.
No, going up is easy. Going down is difficult terrain because of the slope.
Okay, so I was here, right? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, if I'm allowed to go diagonally as a move, I can get to this. Because it's uphill, it's not downhill for me.
It is still uphill. Yeah.
Oh.
Even if it's diagonal.
So no go.
No, you can't get to that one.
Okay, then I'll go over here to be with my friend.
Okay, that you can do.
Okay. And I believe I have a bonus action.
You do?
Yeah, I'm going to save it. Done.
Okay. The members of ELF 7 are dashing away.
Bravely, of course.
Bravely ran away.
All of them?
Actually, he can only get here.
Brave Sir Robin.
1, 2, 3.
There
4,
they
5,
go,
6, 1,
running
2,
off the stage.
Can I give them little like low high fives while they run by? Just like
They don't take it.
It's okay.
All
I
right.
understand.
They're a little bit.
Smart one is up, quiet one on deck.
I think I got skipped.
I'm sorry, you're right. Complicated one, you should have gone after quiet. I apologize. What are you going to do?
I was gonna go after quiet.
Actually, you should have gone right after the mob and before the creature.
All that's fine. I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. You skipped me.
Sorry.
Okay. I have a couple quick questions, although some of them are kind of answered now. The band is obviously running. The crowd is running. Is anyone running because they don't know what's going on, or is someone just like, it's the Kraken? Like, are they saying anything other than it's the weird apparition?
They're
we don't
screaming.
know
It's
what it is?
panic.
Okay. Do I think the creature that is now charging at us is the same or similar to what we saw in Under the Bridge and in the water?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the same color, same size.
Okay.
And it has a tail. Has a long tail.
Okay. I'm gonna shout out to my friends. Be careful, there might be another one in the water. And then I'm gonna look over at this creature that is charging for folks, and I should be close enough here. Yeah. And I'm going to pull out of my pocket a cube of that same kind of paper, that hardcore paper that then folds out into a nickel harp, that then I just produce a bow from behind my back and go, you did not sign up to be on this performance. And I start to play, and when I play, I'm going to cast Entangle.
All right.
I'm going to place it on top of this creature because I can do that. It is a 20-foot square starting from a point within range. So I'm placing it on a point where it's only going to get the creature.
Okay.
And it needs to make a strength saving throw, DC 13.
Okay. It actually fails that. So let's see. We're gonna.
So it is now restrained, as from under it, plants just kind of reach up and go and grab it. It's a creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. On a success, it frees itself. So yeah, it is restrained, which means it can't keep chasing after folks.
Correct.
Hey, look at that. As a bonus action, as I continue to run through the crowd, I'm gonna look over at Button and say, "You're doing swell, dear. You're doing absolutely wonderful. This was not the performance we were expecting, but we've remember about like 4 weeks ago when we had to deal with all those awful things under the ground. Same thing, same thing." And I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration. And then I'm going to move 1, 5, 10, 15. I'm going to move to there, just kind of down more towards the band. And as the band is rushing by, I'm going to say, very impressive, absolutely very impressive. But do none of you know how to use any combat magic? Do they ignore me as they're going by? Do I get anything from them?
They like one of them turns to you and just says, "We're just musicians who know a cantrip."
You need to expand your repertoire, my friend. And I am done.
All right. Smart one, followed by quiet one.
I'm like gonna push against the wave, and I'm gonna go on 3, 4, 5, I guess, to here. I think that's 1. Yeah, okay, that should be within range. I'm like, these things are freaking huge. And I'm just gonna be like, turn to the creature and go, dude, this is not the time to release a new act. You look like you're all wet. And I cast Vicious Mockery on it.
All right.
Ouch.
It rolls an 8.
All right, so it fails. And it takes a whopping 3 damage.
All right.
And then
I did also mean to note that it is restrained.
Restrained.
But it does also have disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yes, it does.
Perfect.
So hopefully, if it gets near anybody, and then I'm like, Thanks, Bonbon. And I turn and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be a problem. And I turn to V and I'm like, look, forget everything exists. Just focus on the silence. You know, like that still sort of quiet, like
Oh,
the sound of a page being turned in a book.
mm-hmm.
Think about that. And I give her
Right.
bardic inspiration.
Oh, okay. Just breathe, calm, think it like it's gone. Just let it all be swept away.
Let it
Swept
go.
away. Swept away. That's what we'll do. And you see this light bulb go off in V's eyes. Just, I figured it out. And she'll pull out that gem, that elemental gem, polish it a little bit. Please don't fail me, Sebastian. And I would like to yeet it at the beast to unleash Sebastian.
Ooh.
All right. What is your
Unleash
strength?
I'll move a little bit
Sebastian!
closer, but hiding still behind my fake monster.
All right. What's your strength?
Oh, so great. It's an impressive -1.
Okay. So you are where? You are there. That's good enough. You can lob it 15 feet, and it lands next to the creature.
Perfect.
At least you
Perfect.
didn't have to roll to yeet.
Come on, Seppi, do your thing. And you can kind of see more gestures from V, like cheering it on and like, "Stand up, do the thing." Instead of actually giving many good vocal commands. more
All
of a
right.
game of charades as she communicates with Sebastian.
All right. As the crowd tries to get away, these folks have escaped. These folks, we will say, have escaped. Yes, you too. These here have escaped. These two are still running away. We have, let's see, we have these people over here. They are getting away. These people here, a couple of them are taking cover inside the shed here. These folks are still having some difficulties.
I mean, aren't we all having difficulties today? Didn't
We're,
this
we're all
Been
just
there.
having some difficulties at the moment.
the whole day just got away from us?
And the creature makes an opportunity attack against one of these. Restrained, so it's a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
But a 12 is still enough to hit. So
Can I
this
use my reaction to cutting words it? I am now within range.
you can try.
Man, we're all trying to get one, but this is not the time for your hit.
Wisdom save.
No, it just happens.
It's just automatic. All right. What do you subtract from the bardic inspiration die? Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
D6.
Roll it.
Okay. Oh,
Basically, roll anything but a 1 or a 2.
I got a 4.
All right. So that was enough to make its jaws clench shut.
Jaws. I didn't want to hear Jaws.
Behind the person, behind the neck of the person it was attacking. All right. So complicated one with the air elemental on deck.
So I'm still concentrating on keeping this creature restrained and for the moment, it looks like all of the audience members are at least safe or getting to safety. I want to hold an action. I want to like stand up on one of the chairs, and I'm still eyeing this entangle, but Bunyalut has this weird gut feeling that there might be more of these creatures. She's not sure. So I'm still playing kind of this weird discordant melody that the vines keep just wrapping around, and I'm gonna hold my action until something attacks someone. I'm basically looking for if there's another creature or two or three or something else in the water that is gonna come out, and then I will cast a spell on it.
Dispel magic or
No, I'm gonna
cast a spell. Oh, so
cast
you're
a
readying a
spell.
cast a spell action.
I'm holding a spell in my back pocket for
What spell are
when
you holding?
Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
And I'm holding it at second level. So if something comes out of the water, if something else appears and starts attacking folks, I'm going to talk shit at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper shit. Sorry. Where am I? Yeah, I'm gonna stay there and continue to tell the band as they run by. You know, you should really find yourself a better teacher. Teach you at least a couple of things to protect yourself. You know, all those groupies. I'm done.
All right. What's our air elemental friend doing?
Sebastian will kind of look back, try to mimic the gesture seen from V. And we'll whip back around, and we're going to do 2 of the slam actions back to back. Seeing this restrained creature kind of taking those windswept arms and go kind of,
All right.
you know, at car dealerships where they've got the
The
blow
wavy
out,
doobie
yeah,
eye?
The
and it's
noodle?
just kind of like
Yeah.
throwing its whole body behind it.
All right. Roll 2 attacks with advantage.
Will do. First one, 22.
That's a hit.
25.
Also a hit.
Nice.
First
Nice.
damage, 15. Second, 10.
All right. 25 damage total.
Wow, what was that?
Sebastian! You see V doing like tiny little cheers from the background. You did
That's
it.
awesome.
All right. And it felt that. You see it kind of cringe under the buffeting. All right.
Should've
We
named him
have
Jimmy.
next
That's just lost
the
that.
creature itself.
If it wants to try to break free, it has to use an action to do the strength check. Otherwise, it can just still be restrained right there.
All right. It is going to do that. It is going to try to get free. Strength saving throw.
Make a strength check, it says. DC 13.
Sorry, you are correct. And it rolled garbage, so it is still restrained by the entangling plants.
No. Now
There's
that
one-
you've broken into this party, you're not leaving just yet.
All right, noisy one followed by cute one.
I'm gonna wait, check. I can do it from where I am. So I'm gonna stay in the crowd of cute boys. Even though they're fleeing. From where I am. And I'm just gonna pull out my 2 sticks and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna cast Shatter. So it's
Nice.
60 feet from me, all the way over towards the monster. 10
All right,
foot
and that's
radius.
a con save.
Yes. DC 12.
All right, it got a 17.
Okay, so it just takes half damage of 3d8s. So that's 8 thunder damage.
All right.
And if there is anything around that is, inorganic and can shatter, I hope there's no of that beautiful stained glass out here in the stands.
Definitely blows a lot of chips off of the stone benches.
Okay, that's fine.
It's amending. It's fine.
All right. Anything else, noisy one?
That's it for me.
All right, cute one.
All right, cute one shouts, "We are second breakfast!" And then he charges up and I have to ask you a couple questions here. One, if I want to use one of my lucky rolls? Do I have to say it before I do something?
This
Or
is
can
not
I-
the lucky feat. This is the halfling lucky, which means you re-roll your ones.
Even on an attack? Anyone? I roll
Yes.
ones. Okay. All right. Then, and now do I have
But you have
when
advantage
it's
on this attack anyway because it's restrained.
restrained? Okay. I'm going to blade flourish, and I believe I can, and I'm going to, yep, I'm going to blade flourish, defensive blade flourish, and I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration that was given to me for extra damage. So and I'm gonna spend one of my bardic inspirations for the blade flourish. So that'll be 2d6 extra if I hit.
Do it.
And so here comes the attack. Oh wait, here comes the attack. Rapier. Oh, what a garbage roll.
You do roll
Well,
with advantage.
Yep. Yep. Oh, but I rolled a 1, so I get to re-roll that.
That is true.
And that is a 14. 14.
14 is enough to hit.
Oh, glorious. All right. The damage is 7 plus. Here comes the flourish damage. 3. And so 14 damage. And as I attack, I gain 10 points of movement. I don't think I really need it. It's restrained. It's going to attack at disadvantage. So I'm going to.
Are you using mobile flourish or a defensive flourish?
Defensive flourish, but it says.
Okay, so this is not the
anytime
one that this is not the one that gives you exemption from opportunity attacks.
Correct, but it
Okay.
just gives me extra 10 feet. They all give me a 10 feet of movement. So I'm just going to take the risk on this because it's attacking
Okay.
at disadvantage.
All
And I
right.
have a
It actually
16.
it doesn't attack you until you're here.
Yeah.
It lashes its tail at you.
Okay, and I have extra AC.
And it has disadvantage.
It has disadvantage, but it rolled a 17.
Oh.
I think I have. Okay, so I have 2 points of AC from my defensive. Oh, from defensive duelist, and 2 points of AC from defensive flourish. So I have a total of 18.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yes.
So that tail slams into you hard, but you're able to keep going.
And I'm just gonna
It
go
deals no
on the other
damage.
side of this fella, like that, and then say again,
right.
"We are second breakfast," and because got this idea. This is our audition. It's not the music. We're winning this the hard way.
Well, I feel like we're playing our
Literally.
theme song at this point, right? Like as we're all doing our thing, we're just playing whatever our
I
theme
like the
song
monkeys.
is. Yeah,
I like the monkeys music.
absolutely.
Oh my god.
Dun-dun-dun,
Right,
dun-dun-dun.
ELF
Somebody
7
wants to
continue to
get-
run away. The smart one is up, followed by the quiet one.
They're still really big. They're really big. Everybody run. I move up a little bit, just so I'm a little closer, just in case. Um, and I'm trying to get a read on it. Like I can't tell. Like, is this thing just gonna wreck us? Who knows? So I pull out my crossbow. I have my loot over here. I pull out a little teeny crossbow, and I'm just like, I mean, it can't hurt, right? And I pull the trigger.
All right, roll to hit with advantage. It's restrained.
Yeah. We got a 21.
21 hits.
All right, and that's another 6 damage. Another 6 damage. And I'm
All
just trying to
right.
get a read. Like, does it look like it's hurt, or is it just frustrated? But that's it.
It looks like it's moderately hurt.
We got to do a lot more, folks, or we got to get some people to help. And then, yeah.
All
Unfortunately,
right,
the
quiet
people
one.
we don't have any backup bands that want to help us right now.
Did all of them run away?
Bravely brave Sir ELF. They
Where's
bravely ran
Dawson
away.
when you need him?
Oh,
Just
okay.
drinking their sorrows away in the back at the tavern.
But you know that they got combat magic, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
They go hard. Yeah.
yes.
If Buttons can do this,
Dwarf
do this.
core.
we will see the mentorship that Buttons provides, and will also run up for an attack now at this moment, pulling out the short swords to try to make an attack here. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not.
Was that with advantage?
Oh, that's true.
You have
And you have
advantage.
Bardic Inspiration still, I believe.
Nat 20.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's
So
go.
I'm gonna tag in
V.
there my psychic blades as well, like almost closing her eyes because she's terrified in this moment. She slashes away at this, and there's such fear and fury that the blades, as they begin to move, go so fast and panicky that they begin to illuminate with purple, lighting up, and all that fear and anxiety she has.
If the
kind of
donation affects
emerges
this
from the
game,
blade
give the
itself,
max damage
adding
roll to
in
Stephen.
our extra psychic damage of 4. I should also probably roll for damage of the short sword, huh? That is 7 points with the short sword, and then 4.
Okay,
with the
that's
psychic
with the
damage.
crit damage.
Oh, how do you want to apply crit? How do you do that? Are you doing
Um,
double or?
We can double what you rolled, or if you want to try rolling the dice again and adding them, that's fine too.
Let's double it. I'm not gonna try. Yeah. Well, we'll
All
stick
right. So
with
what's your
14.
total? 22 altogether.
14. Because 7 plus 7, 14 plus the 4 would be total 18.
Oh. All right. So
Nice.
18 doubled, or
Now
18 is
that's
doubled.
a hit.
18 total.
No,
The
no.
7
Nice.
was the short sword, so 7 doubled is 14.
Okay. Okay.
I'm little, but it's a very
Small.
Okay. You can double your psychic blades on that crit too.
Oh, okay. All right. Then
Since it's
that
all
will
from the
take us
one
to
weapon hit.
22.
Nice.
22 total then. Thank you. I'm trying. You taught me so well. And she'll whisper those words out, offering her own a little inspiration, because I don't think Psychic Blades is a yeah, that's not a bonus action. Just whispering that back to Buttons, sending that bardic inspiration back at you.
All right. These folks are finally up enough that they can get away. These folks over here, some of them are going to hide in the shed, but all the rest are going to get away. I said all the rest are going to get away. Thank you. These folks are going to get about that far. And these are still struggling. The Uvanimo took its opportunity attack, so it does not get another. And it is now the complicated one's turn, followed by Sebastian.
I'm gonna continue to play on my nickel harp, and it's just getting louder and louder as the vines get thicker and pull. And she's gonna do a flourish and use that as a moment to pull out of her back pocket a scroll that she's just gonna hold in her hand as she continues to play. And I want to take a real good look around. I'm once again going to hold my action as a attack. This time I'm going to hold the spell scroll I got in my hand, and I'm going to do that if something comes out to attack us. But
Okay. You lost the spell You lost the spell slot on Dissonant Whispers, by the way, because the ready condition was never triggered.
Oh you're right. Okay, so then I'm not gonna hold Synaptic Static. I'm gonna
Okay.
hold. I'll hold another Dissonant Whispers at first level this time.
right.
But yeah, I want to take a real good look around because, yeah, once again, I'm just like, is there more going on here? This is the timing on this is just very suspect and everything, and there were no guards, and so I'm just looking cautiously around for the other shoe to drop. And if there's no other shoe, great. And that's it. I'm holding my action. I don't know if you want me to make any kind of a perception check or anything, but I'm definitely keeping my ears open, keeping a sniff. And I smell another one of these aquatic creatures coming. Something.
All right. What's Sebastian doing?
Sebastian will probably go back again. Let's go big, right? Let's do the whirlwind charge.
All right. Whirlwind. So it's going to move on to the
Mhm.
onto the Uvanimo.
Yes. So kind of
Whoa.
charging up a little bit.
bring it
You
front?
hear Sebastian make some noise as he begins to twist and shout, letting him get all turned around. You know, you spin me right round kind of thing going on, and unleashes the whirlwind. So our wonderful little beast will need to make a dex saving throw of 13, is what I'm seeing.
Okay.
And that's
Actually, I
just-
see strength here.
Or strength. Oh, sorry. No, I misread.
yeah.
That's entirely me. Turns out I'm not good at reading.
And it gets a 22 on that.
Okay, so it saves. It will take half the bludgeoning damage and is not knocked prone. So out of 14, it will take just 7 then.
Still a fun hit.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bring
And I'm
HP
going
counts.
to
Yeah.
roll a d8 for me.
Okay. That one. I always have to count how many sides there are. 5.
Let's see. Oh, it's okay. So if the saving throw is successful, it is not flung away. So never mind that roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so we come now to the Uvanimo itself, which is once again going to try to break away.
It wants to break free.
And this time it rolls a 21. It is no longer restrained.
But that was its action to do that.
Yes. And it continues now to bound after the crowd. And the air elemental will get an opportunity attack against it. One slam attack without advantage.
And does this cause my Dissonant Whispers to go off? Because it is now a creature attacking people?
It is technically not attacking yet. It's chasing them, but it has not made an attack roll.
That's kind of some psychic attack. Being chased by a monster.
I mean, does it have the
It-
intention of attacking?
It tried.
Yeah,
You
'cause
could
it
ask
attacked
it.
before. Well,
It
I'm
did
basing this
bite
on
at
the
one.
fact that it tried to go after the crowd the first time when it got
It did bite at
restrained.
one, and I cutting words it.
Yeah,
so we know
you know,
that.
you know what? If you want to be just be extra twitchy on your reaction, sure, go ahead, let it go.
Yeah. But Banyulut is like, wait a second. I don't know if the air elemental wants to go first.
The air
Yeah.
elemental should go first.
Yeah.
It's only an 11 to hit.
I did not hit.
Okay.
All right. So
right.
wisdom save against dissonant.
Yeah, wisdom save as that discordant
Ooh.
melody just gets real loud.
Nat 20.
All right, you're
This
still
thing
gonna...
saves like a heckin' something.
Oh, we had it restrained for a little while at least. A failed save.
Its name must be Ferris.
A successful save takes half as much damage. Okay, so it's still gonna take 3 psychic damage because I rolled bad.
All right. Then we come to the noisy one with the cute one on deck.
Oh, it looks really scary. I'm going to do a quick run up to it. And I'm looking for a measurement check on a 15-foot cube originating from me, hoping that it just would
It will
keep-
only hit the Uvanimo.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to run up and have my sticks with me again, and this time I just
Love thunder.
smash them together and I cast Thunder Wave.
All right. Do you wrap your sticks together and make the sound of thunder? And it gets a 15 on that save.
Okay, that saves as well. Okay. On a successful save, they take half damage still, so it's still 5 points of thunder damage.
All
And then,
right.
Unfortunately,
It's starting to look
stays
pretty
where it is.
ratty.
Okay. I will stay where I am.
Okay. Cute one.
For Lily! And right behind, it's gonna spend. Does he get advantage for the flanking behind it or anything like that?
Not from where you are particularly right now.
Is there a way I could? Oh,
Hey!
Woohoo!
thank you, Ingston. Here we go. Oh, wait, that's a monkey song.
Yeah.
And it goes like this.
Goes a
Rapier.
little something like this.
Blade
It is.
flourish, gonna do defensive again. And good lord. Terrible rolls. Yeah. That's an 11.
That's a miss.
Rats. Well, position myself to get an opportunity attack if it moves away from me. So
That
we'll
is
just
true.
see how that works out. That's all. I'm actually gonna do a bardic inspiration on one of my pals. The one that was attacking before. That is the quiet one.
All right.
Bardic inspiration. You got this.
All right. ELF 7 have run away. Smart one is up, followed by Quiet one.
And I have now realized like I got too close because it is now right in front of me, and I'm like, this isn't funny. And I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
No. Oh my god. What will this thing
Wisdom
sound
13.
like?
All right. That is a 15.
Can I cutting words that?
That is a good question.
You can use a reaction on your turn.
It's why I'm asking. It is a little.
No, only on attack rolls, ability checks, and damage rolls.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Then I'm like, shoot. And I just kind of like slide a little behind the noisy one.
All right, Quiet one.
Mm-hmm. Very upset. How does this creature look, by the way? Like, how's it faring?
It's seriously messed up.
Okay, so we're more than halfway there.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I bet it's pretty slippery when wet
Right.
too. All right. On that end, I would like to cast
Oh my
Dissonant
God.
Whispers.
All right, another wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to use it at my second level. And you can just see V kind of getting frustrated, bottling it up again. And she just thinks this strong thought, channeling that whisper to the beast. You are a bad water puppy. Water puppies should be staying in the river and you shouldn't be out here. What are you doing? And that kind of frustration comes out as she plays her instrument. And it's just unnerving and panicky and fast, traveling her message to the ears of this beast.
All right, very Rasputina here. It rolled a 9 on the wisdom save.
I
Nice.
needed a 13, I think.
Mhm.
It failed.
So it failed.
So, for damage, it will take 9.
And
9 psychic damage.
and
And
it has to run away from you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has to
Mhm.
use its
Does.
reaction, I think, to do it.
oh no, I'm in the opposite. It's gonna run towards the people, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. I get a. I
It's
get
gonna
a.
trample
I
right
don't know
over
if it's the reaction. I think it's the movement on its turn.
I think it's their
oh,
next
no, it must
turn,
use
but-
its reaction.
Oh, there
yes,
you go.
to move as far as its speed allows. So yes, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and trample a whole bunch of people.
Oh, the consequences of not thinking ahead.
All right.
I do have a. I do have a. What do you call it? Opportunity attack as it leaves me.
It's forced.
Yes, all 3 of you
Did we
do.
get that? Okay.
You do.
Take it.
All right.
That's what
15.
Dissonant
Okay,
Whispers is for.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Can I do a blade flourish on that? Probably not.
No, only on your turn.
Okay. 15 hit.
15 does hit.
10 damage from the rapier.
Nice.
I
Twenty-
definitely miss with the baton. It's just my
Okay.
stick. I completely whiff.
All
I
right.
Stab it with my dagger. 22 to hit, 6 damage.
All right.
Nice. Second breakfast.
Okay, people
Club.
are now totally panicking. Let's see. We got people running in different directions now.
I was like, they're fine. They're fine. They're just sleeping. They're fine.
Has anyone actually been like killed in that?
They're a little trampled. They're still good. I look over at
It's like that hot dog. we ate.
Oh,
Nothing is like that hot dog. No. We
Mm.
don't want
every
anything
pork
Add 'em
chop
out.
was perfect. I also look over at Buttons. I'm like, you guys brought weapons? Sitting there with
You
my
didn't?
sticks.
I am a weapon deer. As I'm still playing hardcore.
But,
That's my job. But I think we probably all got a little like side one that we can just like has at our belt.
Yeah.
A tiny drum with a little symbol on the side.
for emergencies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The creature is going to take an opportunity attack against
can't.
one
It
of
used
the
its
people
reaction
running
to-
away.
It can't. It uses reaction to do the move.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is the air elemental's turn.
Nope,
no,
it's
it is
actually-
the complicated one's turn, followed by the air elemental.
I'm on top of things. I'm gonna try to be. As she has been calling out for like, isn't there anyone else who can help? And then I don't remember who mentioned it, but they were like, I bet you Das Loot could help. You see the light bulb go off, and she goes, yeah, do you think Das Loot could help? The vines wither away as I'm going to stop concentrating on that. And I'm going to stare intently at this creature, specifically the 10 feet in a space, in the spaces between it and like the closest crowd of people that have tried to
Please.
flee.
Mm.
And none of you see anything, but her music changes and suddenly starts to sound more rhythmic and what Das Loot was playing. And in the creature's mind, it's going to see the members of Das Loot standing there in all of their epic glory, pounding on their drums, screaming, the whole kit and caboodle. I needed to make an intelligence saving throw as I'm casting Phantasmal Force.
Not its fort, and yet it rolled an 18.
No.
Mm.
Oof.
I don't.
It heard
Cutting
them
words.
earlier and was not a fan.
I'm going to use my last bardic inspiration to cutting words that
I would
one.
appreciate that.
Again, you can't cutting words the saving throws.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Oh,
Doesn't do saving
mind.
throws.
Dang.
Yeah.
it's got to be
Aw.
check. attack roll. Oh, that says or saving throw.
Does it? On,
Oh, no, wait,
on
no, wait.
Cutting
That's
Words?
Bardic Inspiration. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Where's Cutting Words?
It's under College of Lore.
No, it's damage roll. Yeah. Attack roll, ability check, or damage roll.
Really? All
right.
right. Then I don't think anything happens.
Okay.
Yeah, the check
Then
succeeds. The target realizes the phantasm is an illusion, and the spell ends. So I for about 6 seconds, I'm just wailing on my nickel harp as though it is an actual drum, and then she just looks perturbed. And I will use my bonus action. Yeah, I still have 2 left. One ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Who's up next? It's the air elemental and then it.
yes.
I'm gonna inspire the air elemental. because
Okay.
I am hoping because this thing is looking rough, and I don't want it to attack anybody else this turn, or soon. I don't know it's his turn. So yeah, I'm gonna look over at the air elemental. I'm gonna say, and it has inspiration,
All right.
Mhm.
and I'm done.
All right. What's Sebastian doing?
Sebastian will make chase at this point, but we'll take the long way around. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. What's the movement speed? Oh no, they fly.
It
90
can
feet.
move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing, so it can go directly along that row if you wish.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Sebastian,
The-
almost very kindly and quietly and going, "Oop," as to slide past everyone because we're from the Midwest.
Yeah, I was gonna say
will
Sebastian's
make
from the
that
Midwest.
polite-
Sorry.
Sorry. Oop,
Oh,
excuse me. We'll slide through these crowds of people till getting to the tail end of this beast, and we'll try to also do a classic slam.
All right, roll that.
Slam. 12 for the first one.
That's a miss.
20 for the second.
That's a hit.
All right.
that's
12
it,
points.
Sebastian.
If
Send
you
it
want to
under the
use,
sea.
if you want to use that bardic inspiration, on that first one.
On the first
Oh,
attack. Yeah.
Yes.
50-50 chance.
Might as well. Was that
It's a D6.
D6?
D6.
Let me find some. It's only a 1. I'm so
All
mad
right,
at
still a
Ah.
miss.
But the opportunity was there and appreciated.
It was worth a try.
Yes. Ooh, and very slowly but surely, one of those arms will come down in a swirling mist, hitting just the tip of the tail.
All right, roll that damage.
That was the 12 points.
Oh, okay. All right, the creature. The creature lashes out twice. Once with its tail. That is a 25 to hit. And you see it grab a bystander and squeeze and hold the bystander up in the air.
It
You
didn't go after
see
the
it
elemental, though.
bite someone else. That is
Uh,
a 26 to hit.
I'm gonna cutting words on the damage.
Okay, go roll that.
To do something 3, so 3 less damage.
Okay. Is that on the bite or the tail?
The bite.
Okay, 3
I
less
didn't hear it.
damage
Well, I
on the
did, yeah,
bite.
that was the first one. So
All right. All right. That dealt 17 piercing damage, which you reduced to 14. That person is bitten in half.
yeah,
Oh.
I tried.
And then you see it bound off toward the water. Whoops. Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
You can't snack and run. That's
our job.
Does in
This isn't
fact
a
smack
takeaway
and
place.
run, except I'm supposed to attach these two things together, and they're not attaching. Oh, that's how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is
Sebastian
running
hit
for
it
the
on the way
water
out.
with
Does
somebody
the
in its
elemental-
tail. The
Does the
elemental
elemental
does
get
get a
a-
parting shot.
yeah.
All right.
What
let's
about
take
those
that
7
slam.
pedestrians? Do the 7 pedestrians get to like punch
They
it?
decline to
trampled
use their
on?
they reactions to attempt to punch a giant fish creature.
Come on, this
Does
is
a
your chance.
13 hit?
13 does hit.
Yes.
14 points of
Nice.
damage with that slam.
All
This is
right.
actually-
It is bleeding, staggering, but it is heading for the water.
So a 13 hits, because
13
you
hits.
rolled a 13 last time with your bardic inspiration. You rolled a 12 and then a
Oh,
1.
she did. She
for
had
your
rolled a
bardic
12 and a
inspiration.
1.
I did not realize that actually made it up to 13.
Yeah,
I didn't. I.
did.
Oh, fair enough.
But you know,
That's my bad.
Mm.
Then I'm sorry for not
hand off the
communicating
chess
that.
piece.
That's me. That's on me.
Anyway, we are to noisy followed by cute.
I don't have a lot to help it stop, so I'm going to get closer. And then everybody's doing measuring.
Yep. Lots of measuring. lots of
Everybody's
measuring.
doing measuring.
Sorry.
Everybody's measuring.
Everybody's measuring. I will cast Vicious Mockery.
All right.
I just yell at him. You keep time so bad. You don't need a metronome. You need a calendar. And then I will. Oh, so that he makes the roll DC 12. Wisdom.
Failed.
Yay! So it takes a little bit of psychic damage, and then is also at disadvantage on their next attack.
All right.
So 3 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Counts.
We all took 3 points there.
All right. Cute one.
Well, cute one's got only one trick up his sleeve. That is run. Is this bad terrain he's going through?
Going down is fine.
Okay.
Downhill toward the river. In other words, the direction you're going.
Okay.
You mean down,
So I
down,
think-
down by the river?
Mm-hmm.
So many music
So-
jokes in this. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's all I came
So he's got. Well,
You do
he's
have a
just
burst
gonna,
of
all he
speed.
can do.
That's
Steven.
that's over, unfortunately.
Oh,
Unless
wait,
he got a
what?
new one.
No, okay. No,
No,
he used it
he
already.
is gonna
My bad.
give himself bardic inspiration. However, he gets to here, and all he can do is throw his dagger. And here he goes. It's his last ditch.
Didn't he dash?
No, he has long strider. That gives him 35 feet. Oh, did I go 45? I was thinking he had that other thing. There.
Okay.
I'll just double check. Yeah, that's 35. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a long toss. But
Yeah, that's going to be a
why not?
disadvantage.
Okay. 20 feet. Actually, isn't that the range? No. I can't remember. He'll throw it. That's all he's got. Dirty 20. Sorry,
Was it- was
14
the,
is the
14 will still
disadvantage.
hit.
14.
Yes.
That is 8 points of damage. Second breakfast.
That last dagger sinks into its eye,
Yes.
and you see it collapse on the riverbank, crushing the fence beneath it and releasing the person held in its tail, which was Sirata's daughter.
Oh,
She falls
Ooh.
to the Riverwalk,
Bonus action.
unconscious, but not dead.
Bonus action. Healing word.
Okay.
Did you inspire yourself with your bonus action?
Or
Or did you not
I
use
forgot
it?
to use my inspiration.
No.
I didn't even use it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But I have a bonus action spell. Might as well use it while we're here. And I think that's just a 1d4 plus something. Where did I put it? Unlike me not to put it there. Well, here we go. It is. Come on. Oh, 5 points of healing
Okay.
from second breakfast with love.
The creature is dead. And we are going to take a 10-minute break before we come back. Remember, you can use your time during this break to cast your votes for the various bands. $5 a vote, and let us know who your favorite band is in the El Aire Festival competition, Battle of the Bands.
I would like to
we will
remind
be-
everybody in the audience,
Breakfast
everybody,
Club.
yeah, everybody in the audience, I just want to remind you all, we just saved your lives.
Ask yourself, are you feeling eclectic? Do you have inspiration? Do you perhaps feel the power of Das Loot? Are you local fans of the hometown favorites, or do you favor our plucky halfling heroes? Cast your votes during the break. We'll be back in 10.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day. On the Sword Coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey. Heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms. Idle champions, adventure never ends. Idle champions, get your wallet in. Idle champions, you will say it again. Idle champions.
Welcome to Altero, a world filled with romance,
Seduction.
danger,
Oh no. Watch out.
intrigue,
Ooh. What's that about?
night creatures, secrets,
Shh. I'll never tell.
and of course, food.
Yummy.
So join us in Altero for Eat, Slay, Love.
Eat, slay, love.
And we are back for part 2 of A Monster Hit, featuring everyone's favorite band of halfling bards, Second Breakfast Club. We are having some technical difficulties. Currently, you all cannot see how cute the cute one is because his camera is not connecting to our chat. But I throw it back to the players. What are Second Breakfast Club going to do now?
Should we get on the stage at this point?
Running right at the girl.
Yeah, is
I mean,
there, besides the one that just got saved, is there anyone else around, and besides the one that got bit in half, is there anyone else around who is hurt?
The ones who got trampled are a little bruised but okay. The creature basically just ran over them but did not stomp them flat or claw them or bite them or in any other way creature handle them. Right now, a lot of people are just still screaming and running. Some people have like slowed down and are looking back to see, is it over? Did what happened?
We gotta get people back, you guys. We gotta get them all back in the stand so we can perform.
I'm gonna walk. It looks like some of my other bandmates have the creature and that person taken care of. So I'm gonna walk over to the people who are bruised and slightly trampled, help them to their feet. And while I am helping them up and like helping dust them off and make sure you're okay. It was very scary, absolutely. But it's all taken care of. You're going to be fine. You'll be a little bruised, a little sore. It'll be fine. I'm gonna use the last of my bardic inspiration to do a mantle of inspiration, which grant 5 temporary hit points to up to 3 creatures you can see that can see me. And then they can immediately use their reaction to move up to their speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So
Okay, so they can trot away to a nice safe distance thanks to
And-
your bardic grief counseling.
Yep, they just feel better. Everyone just feels better around me.
All right.
Is Van Deer around, the announcer?
It takes some searching, but you find him hiding out underneath a table inside the administrative shed.
I run over and I reach out a hand to help him up.
Okay, he accepts it, and you pull him
And
to
when I
his feet.
clasp hands with him, I cast heroism, and I will imbue him with bravery. It's for a whole minute. It doesn't last very long, but I'm like, Van Deer, you can't let everybody get away. We can't not have the festival continue. This is why everyone's here. It was a monster, sure, and maybe someone got bitten in half. And there's blood everywhere, but just like a little bit. And so now we gotta get everybody back in, and we gotta have a performance still, and we gotta celebrate life.
He says, well, you certainly have a lot of spirit there. But I think for today at least the mood has been spoiled. Tomorrow we'll finish the competition and bring
That's fair.
everything to a close.
You're still great though.
Am I?
Yeah, I mean you're here, and you took cover and you made it through. You did great.
Well, all right. Thank you.
For Second Breakfast Club. And then I'm just gonna turn around and like trot
All
away.
right. Okay.
I'm just trying to check on the girl. Like we knew she was unconscious, and Dovey had tried to help.
The healing word brought her back to consciousness, and she seems to be in okay shape.
I'm making sure she's okay, and I just want to be
rattled,
all okay. Go ahead.
in shock, but intact.
So I'm like, I'm really glad you're okay. It was really close there. Second Breakfast Club had your back. It's really bad that ELF7 just ran away and left you. But we got you. Second Breakfast Club, we've got you. I'm just playing a little on her. She was such a big fan of
I'm
them
going to
before.
call this. Call
Second
this
Breakfast
deception.
Club rules.
Oh, but that's not true.
Well,
It's
It's
totally
here's
true.
true.
the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, this is how I work with
That's fine.
social skills. Persuasion is what you use when you are trying to get people to think about what you're saying. Deception is when you're trying to get people to do what you want without thinking about what you're saying too deeply. So that's why I'm going to call this deception. Go ahead and make the
All right.
check with advantage because of circumstances.
Okay. Let's see. With advantage, 14.
All right. You have planted a thought in her mind.
Good enough. Just
I'm
make sure
gonna-
she gets, looking around for her dad, just making sure she's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over at V and I'm gonna give a little head cock towards the dead creature. Can I get your help for a second?
Of course. Yeah. What do you need?
Maybe I'm being overly suspicious, but don't you think it was odd that a creature came out of the water and just ignored almost everybody else to go after specific people in the crowd? Or at least it looked like it to me.
Oh, now that you mentioned that, that is really strange, almost kind of unusual and purposeful. But most beasts wouldn't think of doing that on their own. Not wild beasts, right?
And agreed. And most beasts, once they got fairly hurt, would run from the people hurting them. I could be completely wrong, but do you want to join me in taking a look at this thing?
Well, I'll follow you anywhere, but as long as you go first.
I think that's a fair thing for us to do. I'm going to wander over to the creature, and I'm not going to claim to know anything about creatures or anything. I got a pretty good arcana, though, and I guess what I'm trying to tell is, like, if I could tell anything about this creature, like, is it really this ferocious and nasty that is just going to go after an entire crowd of people and not care? Or was something else going on?
Why don't we start with a nature check? Are either or both of you proficient in that?
I am.
I don't think I am. Let me check.
Okay.
Toby's just
Then this
over
will
there
be
getting his
then this will be
character
just a straight roll by Bonulut.
Okay, but I am going to feel very comforted by the fact that V is going to come over and help me, and I'm just going to feel guided for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. You're doing really great. Yeah, that's definitely the leg of the animal.
16. So that's an 18 nature.
All right. So you draw a few conclusions here. First of all, something this size probably needs to eat a lot. And if it were running away and there were many, many potential sources of food nearby, might try to grab one and take it along with. As far as whether, how it was reacting to creatures that were attacking it is concerned, it went very fast. Things were disorienting. It spent part of that time tied down and was mainly just trying to get away during that time. It did run from you when you attacked it. It did not stick around and try to fight you. So all of that seems relatively consistent with what you would expect a creature to do. Now, looking at this thing in terms of what exactly it is, there are lots of aspects of it that remind you of just a fish, but a fish that grew really big and really wrong.
Mm.
And that is not something that would typically occur in nature. Something caused it to grow this way. And then your final conclusion from looking it over is its eyes seem kind of underdeveloped and very cloudy. It probably did not have very good eyesight.
I'll relay all that to V and say, well, perhaps this was just a monster attack, but it's still a little weird that this monster just even exists. I don't even know what it is.
Oh, it's very unidentifiable. I mean, the fact that they called it monster and that's it, that doesn't seem like it'd be native to this place. So somebody had to create it, distort it. This poor being, it couldn't even see very well. It didn't deserve this. If it wasn't so big, maybe it wouldn't have needed more food.
Well, if it didn't attack us, it wouldn't have. We wouldn't have had to dispatch it as we did.
Yeah.
But you're right that something is sad about this whole thing. Also, it is massive, and I don't know about you. I'm not helping clean it up. So now that we've examined it, why don't you come back this way with me very quickly? Goodbye.
We just kind of slide off stage.
We've done our examination. We took care of the body. Someone else can take care of the post body.
Just roll it back into the river. It's not a problem.
That's for someone way bigger than me. Mhm.
Also, maybe they'll pay us.
Does somebody can we look around the crowd and see if there was anybody who seemed unsurprised or perhaps unbothered by this? Like the idea of
Oh
a
no.
monster.
No, everyone was deeply,
Everyone was
deeply
deep-
bothered by this.
Okay.
Everyone that you see.
Good to know.
And
Oh,
as we're kind of looking around for someone who's not deeply who might be deeply bothered or whatever, can we just ask around in general, like now that people have gotten a good look at this thing, is this something that is normal in this area? Do people know what this is?
You talk to a variety of people. Nobody has ever seen anything like this. This is definitely not normal at all. But you do hear from a couple of people that in recent years, fishing in the river has been extremely poor. It's been very hard to catch anything. Pretty much, I mean, river fishing wasn't a huge industry here ever. But the lack of fish in recent years has been bad enough that those who fished for fun or just to bring in a little extra income had basically given up on it.
oh.
Well,
All right.
this explains why there wasn't fish on the menu.
Oh.
Which is
Oh,
fine by
wow.
me.
And
I
here
could
I
go
would
for
just
fish.
thought it was fishy.
I could
She
eat.
just shakes her head at that.
And if we go back to the tavern, maybe they got kind of a stage action there. We could still perform even if they don't want to have the. I mean, it's understandable they don't want to have the festival now that people got trampled. And there was a giant monster attack. I get it, but also we could go back to the tavern and we could start up our own little thing. Maybe have a little performance with all the bands and get everybody together.
Maybe lift some spirits.
Right.
And make some money.
That's the one.
At least pay for our lunch, right?
Mm.
And dinner. And breakfast and second breakfast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And snacks.
It sounds
And
like
pillows.
an excellent plan.
Well, when you take the girl back to the inn, her father bursts into tears of relief and joy to have her back. um, because he had known that she was down by the waterfront to see ELF7, and was terrified that something had happened to her because she didn't come back to the inn. So he is tremendously grateful to you, and food, your rooms, for you, everything is on the house right now.
Those are 3 of my favorite words.
Thank you. Can we get extra pillows?
Are the pillows not good enough for you?
No, just more.
Certainly we'll see how many pillows we can round up.
There are 5 of us and only 2 beds. That's basically why. And all Pocket, before the pillow fort, would you like to join me on the stairs?
Yes.
I'm gonna go take a seat on the stairs and take up a position to start to play. I'll pick something in our repertoire that is like soothing and or like mellow happy. It's a folk song that is uplifting but not like rowdy.
Okay.
I'll just drumming in the back.
And I'll cruise up with the loot, but as I go up, before I start playing, I'm gonna drop the gem of brightness on the floor, like kind of a little in front of us, and activate it just to give us a nice little glow,
Okay.
up on the front, and so that my
Okay.
loot, the gems on my loot are sparkling, and then I kick into the back just so I'm always in the light and just accompaniment.
Okay.
I
Cute
will
one,
s-
you are the lead vocalist and tambourine player. Would you like to contribute to this?
Of course. Stepping right up, getting the dancing lights behind and around.
Is Lily anywhere?
These
You
are
don't see her
priorities.
right now.
If I see her, if she comes walking in or from wherever, I want to transition whatever we're playing to a song that Dovey is his best song to sing, like that features him the most.
All right. It's party piece. You got it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You play for a little while, attempting to lift the spirits of the patrons, and it begins to have an effect. Let me get performance rolls from everybody
And I will actually
to see how much of an effect.
just in case, Dovey, I'm gonna in between songs reach over and be like, I'm sure Lily will be here shortly, and I'm gonna give you guidance.
Been looking
I will
for.
also do my best wingman kind of nudge over and give him a bardic inspiration.
Hey.
Oh, it's gonna be a good night, I can tell.
And I've pulled out my sheng and started to play it because it's a little bit more of a mellow instrument, and rolled a
Mhm.
natural 20 for 25.
Nice. You are attracting a lot of attention with this unusual instrument. People are very, very curious about it, enamored of the sound and the way that you are playing it and weaving it through the repertoire of Second Breakfast Club songs. It's really making quite an impression. And is anyone else doing anything special here?
I got a 17 on my performance check. Just again trying
Okay.
to be the lead loot guitar, but really just focusing on the sparkling lights, making sure everybody gets moving it around the room,
All
a
right.
little like a disco ball action, just so everybody's included.
Yeah.
All right, 17 for you, cute one.
To help. Oh, sorry.
18 with
18?
inspiration. Mhm.
Okay. Quiet one.
This could help a little bit. I'd like to go up to Buttons, the smart one, and touch your instrument and cast light on it. So your bedazzled will turn into a colored disco ball in and of itself.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
Love
go.
it.
And what was your performance roll?
Oh, mine was a 23.
Nice. Okay. Noisy one.
I only rolled a 16.
And
good.
complicated one.
Oh, I got the natural 20 for the 25.
Yeah.
All right. So I think your median there was what, a 21, 22?
It was up
Or
there.
was it the 19?
Passing.
No, 19 was the second lowest.
Somewhere up there.
Yeah, that was you are lifting the spirits of the crowd. You are making them happy, and
We raised
just
them up.
yeah,
Mhm.
and it's completely changing the mood inside the inn. You see a more mature elf come out. This one also has less of an obvious but still recognizable family resemblance to Sirata. You think this might be his father, the owner of the inn. And he and Sirata and Sirata's daughter are all standing closely together, holding each other and listening. And you are just bringing sunshine into the inn. And um, as you conclude one song and get ready to play another, Feywild comes back into the inn, and you get the opportunity to play the song that shows off Dovey's vocal skills. And
One, two,
Dovey
three.
and Lily just lock eyes for the whole song, and it's a
Trying to think of
thing.
a
It's a
Beatles
moment.
song. Trying to think of a Beatles song that has a woman's name as the title.
That isn't
Steven,
sad.
Blank.
Smashing Pumpkins already has you, man. Lily, my
What
one and
was it?
only. This is the perfect song.
Yeah.
And then I saw her face.
We should pull them on stage, guys. I'll do message at Dovey, but like pull them on stage. Come
Oh,
play
yeah.
with us.
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on stage.
Well,
Ladies
actually,
and gentlemen, Feywild.
All right, sharing the spotlight. Nice. Aniriel definitely likes what you've done with the light show and everything like that.
Mhm.
And now, do you how do you proceed after that song?
You got to do a
Do you
song.
invite them to do a song, or do you start a song and hoping they'll join in? How do you work it?
We bring them up and we say, "Do you know?" And then we say a song everybody knows.
yeah.
And then
A
they say,
tavern
"Yeah." And
song.
we say,
A good tavern
"Let's
song.
do
Yeah.
this."
Yep. Yep.
The song,
All
what's
right.
that song from Europa, or what is it called? No, the Eurovision. What was that song in the bar?
Which one?
Ha
was
ha
that?
ding dong. Ya ya ding dong.
Hey, listen, as long as it's not Freebird or
Yeah.
Wonderwall.
Or Wonderwall,
Yeah.
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 We really want everybody singing along.
Yeah. But no, I'm totally with Button. We pick a song that's
All
just
right.
like
It
a
becomes
tavern
a
standard.
whole hootenanny.
Yeah. Is
Mm.
Das Loot anywhere?
Not here.
Oh.
They were not staying at your inn.
Rat.
Bummer.
Mm.
We like them,
I totally would have brought them
Yeah.
on in like, hey, I know this isn't your jam, but
but it could be.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We love covers.
Yeah.
Right?
But you end up hanging out with Feywild for the rest of the evening, eating together, drinking together.
I mean, heck,
Um,
if acapella comes in, I'll even see if they can fit on the stairs too. Why not? Let's just, there's no
Oh,
competition
Inspiration.
outside
We're
of the
basically
competition.
open. We're open to band interaction.
Yeah.
We're just trying to lift
the
spirits of everybody.
you know what, the blue guy and the human, they come in at one point, and basically they settle their tab and collect the things from the rest of the band. You never see the other three members of the band.
Gotta scurry after and just say, "Hey man, really sorry what we saw out there. I don't know. I hated to see it. You guys were great when everything was clicking."
The blue guy says, "Yes, that was an extremely unprofessional performance on Audacity's part."
What happened?
Tiefling's named Audacity.
Yeah.
He had decided not to. He decided to perform certain interpretations of our songs that the rest of the band had not endorsed. He chose a very poor moment to do it.
Oh, is he going
Well-
solo?
Solo career.
If he knows what's good for him.
Oh,
Psychic
Well,
damage.
He
just
is no longer
remember,
a member
you-
of this band.
Oh,
Ah, drama.
Harsh. Harsh.
well,
Mm.
you have a friend in us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for that. It is unexpected, but welcome.
Mm,
Hey, outside of the competition, there is no competition.
By the way, there's a
I appreciate
group.
that attitude.
It's called Blue something group. Blue I can't remember.
Oh, the
But,
Blue Sentience group. I know that group. They're very good.
Rhythmic.
no. Yes, they bang on things.
very creative.
Yeah. They don't do much with vocals, I don't think, but very rhythmic. Anyway, maybe he can find a spot with them and you can be rid of him. Actually, I think I just got uncomfortable with myself. I'm going to go back and join my my friends. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. You as well.
That was awkward.
That was really
don't you
awkward,
think
but you handled it very well.
I agree with
Oh,
all of
thanks.
that. It was also delicious.
We should agree that we're not ever gonna be like that, right? Come on, huddle up, huddle
Right,
up,
that's right.
huddle up.
Okay.
Second
Right.
Breakfast Club.
Mhm.
Everybody come
Second
in.
breakfast.
Second breakfast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're never gonna let that be us,
BC.
right?
Never. I
No. Right?
promise.
No.
Pinky promise.
No.
Pinkies up.
Together forever.
Cha.
No,
And
if
then-
I plan on leaving the band, then I will not do it so unprofessionally. I will let you know and give you 2 weeks' notice.
Mm.
Is that a thing?
I don't think I'll ever be brave enough to tell people I'm quitting. So I just won't.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that you'll be sticking around then.
We did really good though. Maybe we could be more than just a band. We could also be like, do
A
this hero
movement.
stuff.
Oh,
Mm.
oh, I see where you were going.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, why not?
Mhm.
Why not all three?
Oh, that's a
I'm
lot.
still getting my own house, though.
Oh,
Yeah, boy, I think that might be where those ones went wrong. Living
Maybe-
all together. Oh wait, no, that's the other one. That's the Sevens. The Sevens.
Yeah.
Boy, what about them though? That really was pretty that was a bad show on their part.
What
as
can
it
you
were.
do? Boy bands these days.
Yeah, they put
They-
all of their effort into learning how to play music and no effort into expanding their horizons into other talents. You have to
Well,
learn how to
but
do
if
a variety of things.
right.
if you think about it, they don't know how to play instruments. They used AI.
Oh, I guess
Think
that's another
about
way
it.
to play an instrument. That's hard.
Auditory
though.
illusions.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yes.
They
Oh,
were
God.
still. They were. Lauren's moving on. They were still singing and dancing. So they were still doing some music and listen.
They were performing.
they-
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Whether or
yes.
not you agree with the auditory illusions that they were doing, the singing and the dancing was real.
Magical artistry, really. Their technical abilities are pretty cool. Do you think they have house parties? Maybe they're having a house party tonight.
Oh,
Like an
there's
after party?
probably a lot of people there. Then if we go crash their party,
I mean, how
Don't
many
you
people
feel
would
like-
show up at a party at a band's house that ran away from everything?
well, if
Yeah.
there's free food, I would show up.
Well,
Oh,
at
yeah,
this
let's go.
point, At this point, we've got free food here, thanks to the owners. We've got kind of a nice vibe. I'd rather just stay here.
Also,
Look,
a
I'm
good
down for
point.
free food wherever the free food is.
And we have pillows here.
That's true. You got us 2 extra pillows. The pillow fort, as we were saying.
We got at least the foundations of a good pillow fort. One
Ooh.
day we'll build an entire fort
Out of pillows.
out of pillows.
I heard there's a spell that does that. I should learn that one.
Sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla. Rhymes with lily, and it's not terrible.
Ah.
Speaking of which,
Sarsaparilla.
You should find out if she's got like a middle name or a second middle name or a last name or another name, like something else that is easier to rhyme to.
Or a
Oh,
nickname.
yes.
Or a sister.
speaking of which,
Speaking
of which,
Or
Um,
sister.
while you are all talking about this, Lily comes over to you, Dovey,
Oh.
Yes.
and says, "Are you staying around till the end of the festival tomorrow?
Of course. Of course. You are, I presume.
Do you want to go see the night market tonight? It's that area off to the side where all the red and yellow tents are. There's nobody there during the day, but it's an elven city, and so they have a market there that goes all night.
Of
They've
course,
got
they don't
food
sleep tonight.
and handicrafts and artwork.
I would like nothing more. When do we go?
When the sun goes down.
Mm.
Oh, look, the
We
sun is going down. It sounds like, Duffy, you've got plans for the evening. The rest of us will just be over here enjoying the free food. Goodbye.
In the background, I'm just lightly strumming and muttering, "Dove lifts us up where we belong," and just walking on. Thank you, chat. That was great.
So the rest of you have a good long rest. Dovey comes in late and gets a later long rest.
Mm.
Yay.
And the
Sleep.
following day, the competition is to be concluded starting at midday.
And by concluded, we get to perform then, right?
Well, here's how it goes. First of all, ELF 7 are allowed to complete their set, which was interrupted
That's fair.
by the unfortunate events of the day prior. And they go on, and everyone is gathered there for them, and they finish out their performance, and it is just as professional and accomplished as it was the day before. They really are masterful multitaskers. And they get, as you would expect, a very enthusiastic round of applause. And then Vandir comes out and says, "And now, I would like to introduce to you a band who demonstrated uncommon bravery in the face of a terrible catastrophe. From the Greenfields, Second Breakfast Club." And you are allowed to go on.
Yes.
Tell me about your performance and what you do to make it the greatest performance you have ever put on.
Starting off, the lights are down low. I know it's during the middle of the day, but somehow somebody out there casts darkness. I don't care if it's in our spell slot or not. We've made friends with somebody who knows enough magic to cast darkness. Then we start off down low. That's my first. Anyone want
As
to
it happens, that is Aniriel,
No.
who does have a little magical skill of her own. Thank you to our donor for bringing in some help from a rival band.
Yeah.
Hey.
And here I thought
Thank
she
you,
was a
extra
pizza
Maggie.
cutter. I thought she was a pizza cutter. You know, they're all edge and no point.
Ooh. Oh.
But you've
Oof.
shown that she is a multi-tool.
Ah!
I'll take advantage of our friend who has made the lights go low, and I'm saving the pyrotechnics for the end, but I'm going to use every other light at my disposal. There will be dancing lights. I will be producing little flames here, there, and everywhere. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire at one point, which you all expect, and so you all intentionally fail to avoid it, and so now we are all draped in multicolored little flashing lights at one point when we do kind of the middle of our set, when we get to the more quiet part of the set before we're gonna bust out. And then yeah, at the end, at the very final piece, I will cast pyrotechnics. I'm gonna do fireworks. And
Which you can do because of the lit braziers on either side of the stage. You can take
Yeah.
advantage of those.
yeah, and so fireworks out, like timed to the music perfectly.
All
When
right.
those go off, I can use a thunderclap like behind us. So it's like it's a noise, just sort of echoes, but it's like
Yeah.
When all right. So one other question. Given that you are all now fully rested, you've had your long rest, which restored all your uses of bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, the answer is
You-
yes. We're inspiring the
Yeah.
heck out of each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Technical question first.
Oh.
For enhanceability, does that work for performance checks?
Yeah.
It works for all
Okay.
ability checks, and every skill check is an ability check.
Okay. Then I'm popping all four slots. Well, actually, yeah, no, 3 slots. I got 3 enhanceability. Second level, I'm gonna give one to
I
Dovey.
think that
'cause he's
requires
got a-
concentration, though, and I think you
Oh,
can only
dang
do
it.
it one at a
Oh my-
time.
Is it true? It is. Okay, so I'm gonna throw it on Dovey. I'm just gonna
Okay.
concentrate on making sure he's got
Maximum charisma front man.
the maximum charisma. So Eagle's Splendor,
Cool.
advantage on charisma checks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
and I-
this to highlight Dovey right before like the final ending notes. I'm gonna cast invisibility on Dovey so you can run up to Nick's higher level within the audience and drop invisibility, and you can do your big final reveal up there.
All right, and I've
Alright.
got the Gem of
Cool.
Brilliance set, and I'm like, when you come out of invisibility, just make sure you're not looking at the gem, and I'm gonna set it with a keyword so that it's gonna fire a bright light right at him and spotlight him in the middle of the
Ooh.
crowd.
All right.
Awesome. What if we only did 3 songs so that each of our songs we'd all have inspiration? Because we all have 3 slots for inspiration.
I need.
You know, lead
Don't
on.
worry about that. You can do the
on
full set.
wanting-
What's-
Oh, we
Yeah,
could
we'll
do the full
set.
set.
It's all good.
Okay.
We can alternate.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right.
I would
Okay.
like to save one bardic inspiration just to give to that one crazy fan in the front who's dancing their heart out, because if you have somebody who's enjoying it out there, it'll spread.
Yeah. And actually, I'm gonna jump off of that in the last minute as we are in our final 60 seconds of epicness. I'm still gonna be kind of a little bit behind the group, and I will have spent the when the group before us, when ELF7 was playing, I've kind of picked out the 3 people in the crowd who seem to be the loudest fans of ELF7. And in the last minute, as we are playing, I'm just going to step forward just a little bit, still supporting Dovey, but I'm going to use enthralling performance. I'm going to pick
Okay.
those 3 people out of the audience. They need to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Or
1 succeeds, 2 fail.
All right. The 2 that fail are now charmed by me. And they're just enthralled by our performance.
let's go.
Okay. Let me just double check one thing about the charmed condition.
And it's for an hour. While charmed in this way, the target idolizes you. It speaks glowingly of
And
you.
you have advantage on any ability to check to interact socially with the creature, which I will say does include performance.
Oh yeah. Well, and specifically, enthralling performance says, while charmed in this way, the target idolizes you, it speaks glowingly of you to anyone who talks to it, and it hinders anyone who opposes you, although it will avoid violence. I'm not looking for violence. I'm not looking for any of that. I just want them, these two people who are enthralled by me, to cheer for us even louder than they did for ELF 7.
All right. So
Also,
okay.
important, the one that saved still has no hint that I tried to charm it.
Got it. All right. So each of you make your charisma performance check. Add your bardic inspiration die. And Dovey, you are making it with advantage.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that was pretty.
Yes. Oh, this is good. Okay, 25.
27.
Nice.
24.
Nice.
7.
13.
Oh, Ringo.
What did you get, Pocket?
7.
Even with bardic inspiration?
Hmm.
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't roll 1, did you?
No.
Okay, because Lucky would let you re-roll that.
I know. Boo. But a 2 and then a 1.
Oh,
And then a. Yeah, sorry. 7
All right.
total.
Sorry, I did get a 1 on my bardic inspiration, so let me re-roll that.
No, it's only on D20s.
Only D20s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
only D20.
But that's okay.
You
Because
did good enough.
the fact that the drumming was a little bit off tonight, and the guitar solos were maybe not as adventurous as they might usually be because you've been focusing on other things.
Saving lives.
The fact is that the other tricks you pulled out of your sleeve, combined with people's recognition of your acts of bravery earlier in the day, turn this into a performance that brings down the house. Even following up ELF 7's excellent performance, they brought all the technical skill and the multitasking and the diverse
Artificial instruments.
abilities, but you all brought the heart and no small amount of showmanship either, and so you get a massive round of applause from the audience.
This is what we
And then the last band
Where's
is
Second Breakfast Club?
announced. Vandir comes up and says, and now for the final act, Imaginary Dragons.
Yes.
Yes. I can almost picture them.
Well, you're going to have to be satisfied with that because they did not even show up.
That's right, because they're not real.
I mean,
They're too scared of us. They didn't
that's
want to follow
actually-
us.
not only that, but the idea that they didn't show up, just, oh, that's so good. That's so good. Both Lauren and Monty are saying that. Like, that's a good show. Ooh.
The end results are announced. Third place winners, Feywild.
Yay,
Cheers.
Feywild.
In
Woo!
second place,
Second breakfast.
Club.
Mm.
Yay! Yay!
And the
Prize for
first
second
place
place?
winners, Everlasting Love Force 7.
No.
Polite
No, okay.
applause. Polite applause.
They did great. We did great.
You walk away from the competition a little bit deflated, but with a 50 gold piece second place prize in your pocket.
Yes. Not just in our pocket. Button. Why don't you take this?
Well, before you make that offer, As you are departing the stage and getting ready to go, Button, you are approached by a curly-haired dwarf who introduces himself to you as Angus from Das Loot.
Nice.
Mm.
Hey.
Says, among my people, we hold honor in very high regard. And you showed exceptional honor yesterday. Not only in supporting us in a, let's say with a tough crowd, but also in fighting that horrible creature. I want you to have this. And he hands you his loot. And you realize, as he is giving it to you, and you get a closer look at it, it is an actual DOS loot.
Is this like a what's that?
And I faint dead. Just, I mean, cradle the loot,
The
but just
Stradivarius? Yeah.
straight
this is-
back. Just
Stradivarius.
We
Ouch.
wish to go catch him.
I think he can cast fly out of that instrument, so he could just cast it himself. He could just catch himself.
I'm out. I'm unconscious.
I have a pillow from
That was
the,
too
from the
much.
tavern.
It's too
Slide it right
much.
under you.
Wow. That's pretty sick.
He says, thank you for everything.
Before you go, please tell your band. We did honestly think that they were brilliant, and if they ever want to go on tour with a band that is completely different than theirs, we would love to come along.
Do you tour up north much?
We do now.
Mm.
Then come see us in Mirabar.
We'll party.
How does one travel there?
Mm.
By with this purse, by very comfy cart.
Okay, then yeah, we'll be there.
Gar, are you just adding the DOS loot to your character sheet right now?
Oh, I did. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
7 minutes
kidding?
left, and I see
This
the
is-
intent in your
This
eyes.
is why my character had to pass out. It's so I could put it in my equipment.
Instrument of the Bards are kick ass. They're super cool.
Like, this is necessary. We have our
Dobie, you bid
priorities.
Lily a fond farewell as you leave town.
Mm. We'll correspond, right?
And you all don't give too much thought as you are riding east again, back toward your homelands, to the extremely large column of human and elven soldiers who seem to be marching toward Herosto now. Who knows why? You came in second place, you got paid, had a nice date, got a DOS loot. It's all win for you.
Mhm. Okay.
I
We'll
only
just,
fight to
uh,
protect myself and
as
my
we're going up-
bandmates.
We
like,
did what
good
was
berry.
necessary.
Just popping a good berry that was gifted to me from chat. Playing my loot. Good stuff.
Mm,
And roll end credits.
Hey!
A monster hit featuring Second Breakfast Club. Thank you all who donated to help out Extra Life and Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Thank you to everyone who pushed Second Breakfast Club just a little bit closer to the finish line, even though, hometown advantage was a little too difficult to overcome. Thanks to all the players, all the viewers. Have a great time. Stick around for our next game.
Bye.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day. On the slow coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey. Heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods.
Welcome to Altero, a world filled with romance,
Seduction.
danger,
Oh no. Watch out.
intrigue,
Ooh. What's that about?
night creatures, secrets,
Shh. I'll never tell.
and of course, food.
Yummy.
So join us in Altero for Eat, Slay, Love.
Eat, slay, love.